Hello, 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 everyone. Everyone, it is Elsa 932 on YouTube. We are here for Love is Blind Sweden, episodes 1 through 4. We are here for our panel discussion of all the things we just saw, all the things we cried about, laughed about, screamed about at the TV. Okay? We are here. We are here to talk to y'all. We're ready for y'all. I'm a little tired, but definitely my panel is definitely not. And I hope y'all are enjoying the Swedish colors. I hope y'all are enjoying. I'm wearing the Swedish colors. There's some sort of solidarity. But we have a special guest that is always in our comment section and is now up here on stage. Hey Ari.
Okay. Hello to everyone out there. Hi Trey and hi Elsid. I'm just gonna keep it at that.
I'm excited. Yes. Trey, how are you? Glad to see you. We're going from Ohio to Sweden, back to Ohio tomorrow. What are we doing?
We all over Facebook. We covering it all. It's just gonna come here for the news of it all, discussion of it all. Here with with beautiful Ari. Here with Elsie the Queen. Let's go. Let's all come together. Let's discuss this because man, there are some things to discuss.
Yeah, there's lots to talk about. Lots to talk
So
about.
bad, so bad.
It is. It's bad. It's wild. Grab your tissue. Okay. Make sure you have something to drink. Y'all have a snack because we're going to dig in. Because Sweden is wilder than the previous 2 seasons.
Mm.
And I thought the previous 2 seasons had it, but this is wild. Okay. So, Ari, since you are our guest, this is your first time with us about Sweden. Now, Ari and I used to cover other Love is Blind in the day. Okay. But we're back together. So, since you are the guest for today, where would you like to start?
I think we should start with Ibrahim and Annie.
Ibrahim and Annie. Ooh, the surgeon.
Why are you shaking your head, Trey?
The surgeon and the singer. The surgeon and the singer. The first thing she said when she saw him is, "You bald."
Okay.
You bald. Where your hair at? What do you want to dissect with Annie and Ibrahim, Ari?
The first thing that I said or I wrote when he came up on our screens at episode 1 was I wrote down that he said that he wants a lot of kids or he wants kids as quickly as possible. And I was like, you know that gif or short or whatever with that woman saying yuck. That's the first thing that
Yeah.
I was like, and then it was kind of confirmed when he said, you know what my name stands for is basically be fruitful or multiply.
Father of many children.
I was like, yeah, he sounded like he wanted a baby making factory. It be cause it's like I don't understand. Like and to be quite honest, I forgot about them when they went to Greece. Cause I was like, I wrote down the list of like couples that made it to Greece, and I was like, wait a minute, because I wrote down like I wrote down all the other couples, and then when Ellen dumped Fabian, I was like, there's only 4 couples, dang. And then I was like, then she and then the host was like, 5 couples, like 5 couples, what 5 couples? Because I forgot about them. So
yeah, because they were
I don't
first.
know. Yeah, like Excuse me.
The singer. She was singing.
I don't know how I forgot about them, but I did, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to forget about y'all, but I did, unfortunately.
How could you forget the man? He co-authored something with a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
And I forgot about that too until we just said it. So that's how much I guess I just can't really stand him because I'm like, because it was a whole like have kids as quickly as possible. Because I was like, but what if she doesn't want kids as quickly as possible? Because I know, no wait, who said that she wants kids pretty quickly? I think it was Angelica. I remember that because Aaron said that he's not as steady, and we'll get to him a little bit later. But yeah, so I was like, but what if Annie doesn't want kids quickly? So you're just gonna pump kids into her because whenever you feel like it, like her say matters. So I'm like, that's why I was like, I guess I can't stand him, and so I was like, I purposely pushed him and her unintentionally her out of my head because I was like, what? So
Well, just so y'all know, Annie apparently is somewhat famous in Sweden. She is like a singing sensation. I think she won their version of American Idol a few years ago. Okay. So she's known for it. She's known for singing. I was quite taken aback at her writing her lyrics in English in a notebook and then singing in English. That was interesting. I said, "Did you prepare this ahead of time, Annie?" Trey, what are your thoughts as your camera is on and off?
Yeah, I'm turning it on and off because I'm, for some reason, it seems my internet would have had the cameras off. I don't understand. But my first thoughts. We got Ibraham and Annie, the desperate with the F code. Whoa, what is happening here? How did this happen? Was my first thoughts of this. So I'm like, wait a minute. Because this man is desperate. He is so laid down to find a relationship that he can't even see, first of all, what Ari just said. He's not realizing what he's saying. Because it was kind of wild of him just assuming he's just gonna be having all these kids. Oh, okay. Whoa, ease into this. Number one. Am I back? Okay. I'm turn my camera off. My internet. But and then number two, Annie's a playgirl. Okay? Annie's a playgirl. Because from day one, she made comments saying, oh yes, I've dated just about everybody in Stockholm. What does that mean? What are you telling me right now? Hold on. Wait a minute. Back up. Now she said that to him, and it seemed like it just went over his head. Like and then what doesn't make it even better. Now this is the part that he can't hear. She's up in the lounge. I don't know if you heard this part. She was talking to the ladies, and one of the ladies made a comment. Hey, how do you feel about dating multiple people? And some of the ladies answered, "Oh, I don't know. This is going to be difficult. Oh, this might be a little hard." And the voice up went, "Oh, this is nothing. Yeah, this is easy for me. Oh, I'm gonna have fun. Playgirl. Okay, this is the playgirl. She in them streets. Okay, she for the streets. I'm telling you. All right. But I hate to use this word, but I'm gonna use it. I first had to ask the question like, okay, wait a minute. Why are you here? I do this with every cast member. I always ask myself the same question when we get to know them. Okay, exactly why are you here? Abraham, I see he's desperate. For some odd reason, he's looking for a wife hard down, which is a little scary to me because I'm like, bro, you're not an ugly man. You're not, hard to look at. You're a surgeon. You got a good career. And I'm like, you should have some type of women coming after you. So why are you coming here for this? Okay, I think we're starting to see why he can be a little foolish. I'm be kinder. That might not be that sound kind, but to me, he comes off very foolish to me,
Not only foolish,
and
he
not really
sounds
a thinker. He's not realizing what he's saying.
right. He's not. He's not. And especially, I don't like his tone in a lot of times. It rubs me the wrong way. And I'm trying to figure out if it's me or is it him? This come here, come closer. His tone was just off to me.
He doesn't have good game. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is what it is. He's not used to getting attention from women. Number one. So now that he's got one, he seems like he's trying to lock it in so bad that he's becoming clingy.
Yeah.
He's becoming he's a Britney. Okay, this is say what it is, and there's a bunch of them in this season already, men and women. It's kind of bad. Like what's going on here? But he's with a playgirl that he cannot. She's telling him to his face, "Yeah, I'll be out. I was in these streets. Oh, yeah, so much so that probably the reason why she's here, her market value has been used up just a tad bit. And I hate using that word like that, but that's what it's seeming like. You done dated everyone in Stockholm? What?
She said half of Stockholm.
That's not. You know what? That tells me that means you dated all the men in Stockholm, because the other half is the women. Okay, so see, that's the other half you don't mess with. Okay, you done dated all the men.
Are you sure?
And she's very. I don't know, because she's very sociable as well. She made a statement to say that, and she's more. Yeah, she's an A&R for this company. I'm like, all right, listen, I know what I know. I know what type of lifestyle she's out there living. I don't think this doctor is up for it. Okay,
Surgeon.
Yeah, this surgeon. Let's give him props, because he, out of everyone on this cast, he's the only one I can say, he got a real job. I know what that is.
What do you mean?
I know what he does. What I mean is,
the man who has been crying on the floor has a real job too.
What I'm saying is, when we look at his job title, we know what it is and what he does.
We know Fabian's job titles.
What's his job title?
He's an emergency response nurse.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm just not him. I'm saying specifically, you look at some of these other job titles, you're like,
yes.
What is that exactly? Because I don't know.
I don't know. Well, she has a real job, A&R. We know what A&R does.
Oh yeah. The
but
job,
it's different.
Cool. It's the lifestyle that we're talking about with her.
She needs hair in this lifestyle, and he has none.
You done brought it up twice. Your ball. Like, yeah, he ain't got no hair. Either you like it, you don't. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, he just was a little too calm for me. And for me, the calmness means it's hiding another layer.
Yeah.
He too calm. And as Sam said in the comment section, he was impulsive. She sang the song, and all of a sudden he ready to propose when we just heard him say, "Well, I ain't there yet."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yet she accepted. Because he's been throwing red flags out here too. That's the thing that Ari was talking about. He's been throwing red flags out there too, and to me, she's been clocking it, but she's been accepting it. Why?
No other man is acceptable.
Yes, because he's easy pickings. Oh, this is real easy. I can use this. Okay. Play girl. All day, every day.
And I got to stay in Stockholm. You got to move to Stockholm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a stickler. And I'm be honest with you, I really don't want to hear nothing else about that from him, because he said out of his own mouth that he was willing to move. So I don't want to see down the line all of a sudden, oh, I don't know. It's just a big move. Bro, you said you're out your own mouth, your own words. You were willing to move. Okay,
Yeah,
so I don't want to hear nothing else.
yeah, he said that. He said that with his whole chest because she asked him. She asked him point blank, I am moving. Are you willing to move? And she said yes. Is there any more for this couple? Because other than his tone and other than her singing and letting us know, as Munira said, that she can write and sing in English, she just here to let the world know that she's a pop artist. Okay.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. I think that's the I think the fact that he was like, I'm ready to pump out some babies was the only thing that came out to me. So, because everything else, I was just like, which is why I forgot about them. Because it's like, 'cause there's nothing else. I didn't even really pick up on the tone or anything. So, and I wasn't, I mean, thank you for saying that, Trey, because I wasn't making the connection with her being like all over the city, being like a city
She
girl.
outside.
So
She
I
outside hard, heavy.
so yeah, I
She
mean,
outside.
I clearly I was done with the whole with them as a whole because of that one thing. So that's why I wasn't clocking anything else. So I was like, you know what, I ain't got time to be messing like looking too deep.
Her
'Cause I'm
babies
like,
went.
exactly,
Right.
thank you, exactly. I that's exactly what I did. Because
She erased them from memory. Okay. Trey, where do we go next?
You know what? Let's this since Ari kind of brought him up, let's go ahead and side shift to Mr. Aaron and Angelica. Mr. Aaron and Angelica.
Mr. 6'8".
Yeah. Huh. Should I start it off? Listen. Oh my
That's
God.
on the reveal, y'all.
Oh my
She was
God.
breathing. She couldn't even look up. He's looking at her like, are you going to walk this way? Are you coming? And she's,
You good? Good?
girl, are you okay? Medic.
please, with the faces. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to say that real quick. Sorry. Go ahead, guys.
I'm like, yo, listen, for me, there's two parts to this couple. You got the in pause version of them, and then the version of them after the reveal. And there's a big distinction between those two. Now, I would say this. Y'all probably have more, but I did not have much for Aaron except for one main part that bothered me. Of course, his stability. Hold on, Elsa, fix your face. The reason I didn't have much for him, I'm talking about the part in the pods. I didn't have much for him in the pods part of everything. Because, surprising as this might be, he was the only one that almost came across Jake in the pods. Afterwards, especially when they got over the grease, I was like, okay, wait a minute. But it's for a different reason that y'all probably thinking. And it's going to have to involve another couple when we break up that reason. Because, yes, because this is some bull crap going on here. Okay? Because, let me say, okay, in the pods, like I said, the main issue I had with him was his admitted instability. And the questions I came up with were, okay, wait a minute. You said, okay, what's going on with him? He says that it just sounds like he's just coming out of his overseas basketball career. Okay, cool, I get it. Overseas basketball ain't the same as NBA. That's going to look a little different as far as money-wise. Understood. So you got to think about what type of career you're going to have afterwards. He says he has this idea or plan that he's going to enact. That, and hopefully that goes where he should be set. What the heck is this plan, bro? I need to know. Matter of fact, Angelica needs to know,
He's building
but
a
we really didn't get
business.
none of it. Okay. But what is he doing until then? He's a basketball consultant. What is that? How are you paying your bills, sir? Okay.
He bought his
Those my main
apartment maybe
issue.
with his money, with his basketball
That'd
money,
be cool.
contract money.
But can we confirm that? Can we confirm it?
We need to confirm that because we need to know how much is in the bank account because he may have he said he bought the apartment, remember, because he didn't want to be poor like his dad.
Hey, if he brought it straight out, that's even better. Probably the condo situation, even better. You own a little bit of property, you know what I'm saying? And you just getting out of this, you got to find something going on. Hey, I get it. Even if you become a coach, great. That's still a career that you go into. But what is it? It's a little bit too up in the air, which leads me to Angelica. Now,
Hold on,
as
Trey.
far as the emotional...
Hold on, Trey.
Okay,
Munira is telling you can buy an apartment with a loan. So I'm thinking he bought the apartment.
That ain't looking great.
No, it's not. And she's our Swedish correspondent from the ground. So
thank you, Munira. But yes, it's looking a little bit weird to me. And that's what leads me to Angelica. Because emotionally, I think, at least in the past, that's why I say this is a split here. Emotionally, they seem to connect the most. Okay? They will open the most. Cool. Angelica did speak up and say, hey, I am worried about your stability situation. How does this look for our future? Great question. Yet she didn't follow through with it. She just accepted the fact that, hey, I got a plan. If I don't have a plan, I get a regular job. We're going to be okay. Well, what is that? Don't get me wrong. As a dude, I feel you. Sometimes it be like that. But it just, in this particular situation, I would need you to just be a little more on forthright of what the plan actually is. If you don't want to say to us, Angelica, did you hear the plan? You know what I'm saying? And are you okay with that? Cool. It's one way or the other. Something has to give. But then something happened. The reveal happened. Right. Can y'all see me? Okay, I'm gonna talk with it. The reveal happened, right? And that's in my mind, this is when I knew things was gonna flip. Because Aaron's a good-looking guy. He's mega tall. And Angelica's a very pretty woman herself. But I knew immediately things were going to flip and we were going to see how things really going to turn out. And as soon as she saw him, I'm going to tell you right now, I called it. I should have sent you the message. As soon as I saw it, I went, ooh. Her jealousy and her insecurities was already building up, about to come out. Immediately. As soon as she saw him, she knew what she had. She's like, oh no. And immediately after that, if you notice, she's been trying, especially down there in Greece, she's been trying to test him with these ridiculous little tests that she's been doing, which I don't understand. It's not leading to anything. And she's starting to get somewhat possessive of him. And I'm going to be honest with you, in this case, she probably should, because your friend that's not your friend is scheming on your man, okay? And right in front of your face. I'll repeat it again. Your friend that's not your friend is scheming on your man right in front of your face. And this leads to the half part of homeboy Aaron. This man is used to getting women, okay? Just keep it real. He done had him some people, okay? He got his attention. He knows that we'll probably get to the next. Homegirl was giving him energy. He saw it. He see it. He ain't blind. He know what it is.
She was yay wide open. Yay wide open.
Man. And he ain't stupid. He see what it is. He ain't stupid. He see what it is. But he's playing it cool. A little too daggone cool. I understand playing it cool. But because she's not being open, but nah, bro. He is not dumb. He's like, I can pull this if I really wanted to.
Aaron is playing I could touch you without even touching you. That's what the game he playing.
Yeah, I already see the pitfalls for this couple, and unfortunately, a lot of it's gonna look from her side, Angelica's side, because yeah, she is getting a little possessive right now. She's in 3.5 clinker. She's 3.5. Yeah, it's 3.5. It's 3.5. And to me, in this situation, that's not bad yet, but it's starting to get there. It's starting
to get bad for me. It's really starting to get bad for me. But yeah, we'll go to that couple after. Ari.
So my one thing that I wanted to make a mention of, which is part of what Trey said, because he brought up the stability part with Aaron, and I noticed for Angelica, she said she wanted kids pretty quickly. And my definition of quickly is maybe not in 6 months, but definitely between at least 1 year. And this is me being a little bit generous with the the longest time she'll wait is 3 years. I think it's more closer to 1 to 2 years for her, if I'm being honest. But I'm being a little bit generous, and by saying 1 to 3 years,
she wants to be pregnant by the reunion, like the last 2 reunions we had.
I'm trying to be generous. She didn't state it, so I'm trying to be generous in the time frame here because I don't want to put words in people's mouths. But that's what I'm getting. I mean, to be quite honest, that's you guys are more than likely right. But for Aaron, with the way that he's saying he's not that stable right now, his is more 3 to 5 years, and that's going to be a big point of issue because, like with Lars-Erik and Ronya, with another issue that is biggie for couples to have a stance on, kids is a big thing that you have to come to make an agreement, like come in on, like come to terms with together, whether it's one person wants them and the other person doesn't, or the timeline of when to have kids. It doesn't matter what type of conversation it is with the kids, but you have to come together with that. And I don't see them reconciling, like, coming to an agreement about that because he's literally not that stable. His job is not where it needs to be in order for her to want to have the kids right away. And I don't see her waiting.
Because she's 30 already and we know the clock is ticking.
So yeah, and so that's what I noticed, and I think they look good together. Like I think they made a cute couple, but that to me was a stood out, was that their timelines of when to have kids is not there. And that's kids along with finances and religion are to me the biggest three things that you have to have to be aligned with. And if you're not aligned with any of those things, it doesn't seem like it's going to work. So, and honestly, I didn't see the whole testing part, and maybe I need to go rewatch the fourth episode to see what Trey's talking about because I completely missed that. But that was the biggest thing that I noticed between them is the kids part.
Trey, you want to talk about the test?
She just was. He mentioned it. I noticed it, but he was mentioning it towards the end of the episode. She kept saying little things and asking him questions that you could tell that he didn't make no sense to him because she responded by saying, when she started off by saying, I hate it when you say, what damn?
Oh,
I just had it. I hate it when you say.
Isn't that interesting or something like that? Yeah, that is. That's so.
Is that so?
I did hear that. I did hear that. I didn't.
Is that so?
Yeah, I did remember that part. It's just that I didn't clock it as something that was, something that was a potential problem with her. So
it started there. It started there, and then it continued. She started asking other little questions. He was like, "Why would you ask that question?" because the question didn't make sense when she asked him. It didn't make sense at all. He's like, why would you
Mm.
ask that question? And he said, you keep asking me certain little things that it's kind of weird. And she's like, well, it's just a question. I just wanted to know. Almost to the one good question she did ask that it turned into a test was when she asked him, have you ever been in love before? Well, actually, he admitted
Yes.
it first. He said, I've never told anyone I was in love with them before. And
Mm.
she's like, wait, so you've never been in love? You never been in love with your ex-girlfriend? This, that, third? And to me, he explained it well because I understood that. Yeah, I've told them I love them because you learn to care for them. I care for them a lot. We was in a relationship. I care for them, whatever. But that feeling of in love, I never knew what that was because I never felt it. Like, how can I explain it? She's like, well, how do you know you're in love now? He's like, I don't know. I can just feel it. It's just
Right.
when I
Okay,
feel, which
true.
I do
How can you tell
understand.
now?
It,
Mm-hmm.
you
True.
can
Okay.
question it. That's what I said. You got to be careful. You're questioning something that he's proclaiming to you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't question because I would question too, but this man is telling you forthright of his own volition that he has never told any other woman that he's in love with them, but he's in love with you. But your response is to question that love. Just be careful with that. That's all I'm
But
saying.
here's my other thing with him. What is your pet peeve? And he said inconsistency. Yet, Aaron, you are
Yes,
clearly inconsistent.
I was like, that's
yes,
ironic. It's so ironic.
yes,
I was like, okay. Like
yes.
it's like it's that's rich coming from him. So
Right. When he keeps saying, is that so? That's inconsistent. You didn't say it in the pods. And she's right. I thought he didn't say it in the pods. We didn't hear it. But she said you didn't talk like that in the pods. And now you're acting smug.
And you
Now
know
it
why he
tells
keeps
me,
saying? You know why he keeps saying it? Because in his estimation, she keep asking him certain things that makes no sense to him. Why he asked me that question? And then he give a response. He's like, "Oh, is that so? Okay, yeah." As they get to know each other, he's starting to look at her a little like, what have I got myself into here?
right.
I'm,
It's
I'm
like,
thinking, yeah,
go ahead.
no, I'm thinking he's starting to see her clinginess and maybe the little bit of jealousy and the insecurity starting to come out. And that's why he's starting, when she's talking, he's like, oh, is that so? Okay. Okay.
And then when he said, no matter what happens, this would be the best moment of my life. Excuse me? It sounds like a breakup. It sounds like a pre-breakup.
Yeah,
No
he's
matter what
correct.
happens. No matter what happens in the future, this is the best moment. Yes, because it's all going downhill from here.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't, I'll be honest, it doesn't help the fact that when he said his pet peeve is inconsistency. And a
Right.
part of me understands that because that's kind of one of mine too with people. Like, don't be an inconsistent person, But when I noticed as soon as he said that, she tried to put in her own cover for herself because
Mm-hmm.
she's an inconsistent person herself. She knows it. And
She
she
said,
knows
because
it.
I'm PMSing. I'm PMSing.
Yeah. Nah, that was the cover. She knows she can be flip floppy. We saw
We
that in
can
the
be
pods.
flip-floppy, Trey. We ladies can change, our mood. Everybody, but I
Who
think
told
he
y'all
needed
that?
to explain inconsistency.
Who told y'all that? But nah, I get you. You're right.
He need
I
to
guess
explain inconsistency. Because I think he's confusing, or she is confusing inconsistency from, changing your mind or preference.
he needed to be a little more specific when he's saying what type of inconsistencies are you talking about.
Right.
That's what should have been the follow up question.
Right.
But
Right.
it wasn't.
I need to know where Aaron played ball and where's his business based. Because he's saying we're going to have to be away for months at a time in a foreign country. I need to know that whole plan. Where is this foreign country? Is basketball prevalent over there? What is basketball consulting? Is it the US? Is it South America?
It's
And I
gonna
would
be
like to have
US.
learned more about where everybody's, family is from. Because some
It's
of these people,
no, go ahead. Sorry.
some of these people, it doesn't sound like their family roots are in Sweden.
Yeah, because we heard Fabian say that he was born in Argentina.
Right.
And so
Another guy's from Brazil. I don't know where Aaron's from. Ibrahim's folks could be from,
from
another region. I was
yeah.
like, why can't we hear those little pieces? Because I love to hear other countries that are melting pots. Okay. And we have folks in the chat. We have, if she wants to self-report, she can. We have someone, who has, their heritage is from the Suriname, but they are in Europe. And it's like, those are the things I love to hear. It's like, how do families migrate and then put down roots in another country? So I'm seeing Aaron, Ibrahim, at least we got Fabians, but I would love to have known where Aaron, we know his dad is a musician, not a very, not one that stays booked and busy, but we heard the poverty, but then someone came in my comments, thank you very much, and let me know that in Sweden, children are moved week after week, 1 week with one parent, another week with the other parent. That's how their custodies happen. That's what I was told from someone from Sweden. If you know something different, please let me know, but I'm going with that. So Aaron's thing of inconsistency, as I saw it, was that his life was inconsistent.
Yes. He wants stability. He wants more stability. So it's just one of those situations. As far as his stability we're talking about, I have a feeling that he is going to probably achieve it in some way, shape, or form. It's just that, what is that form?
Right.
Right.
That's
He's
all
in
we're
survival
asking.
mode.
Mm-hmm. And he's 36 and still surviving.
Well, he'll probably always live like he's surviving, Ari, even no matter how much money he has.
Yeah, that's a mindset. That's the book we're talking about. His mindset is survival mode. He doesn't want to go back to what he experienced probably during his childhood and growing up.
Now, let's talk about that, because he said, as a child they would brush their teeth with salt. Now, I have known using baking soda. I have not lived a privileged childhood the entire time. Great. But if there was a need for something else, we use baking soda. So it was interesting to me. So then I'm thinking, and I'm asking the people of Sweden, is the salt consistency different in that it can be used to, clean your teeth? So I was like fascinated. So I'm going down a rabbit hole of, brushing your teeth with salt, but I haven't seen anywhere else. I wonder if it's rock salt, what kind of salt. Now Aaron has me going down a different rabbit hole. So I'm very interested in more of the people's lifestyles, and we heard more. Aaron, I don't know Angelica's parents. She just said what happened with your dad hit home for me. That's all we heard.
How did he hit home? Everything's very surface level with a lot of these couples. Very surface level. How did y'all even get this?
I think it's production, though.
Yeah, editing. Editing. Because we're missing a lot of conversation contests going on here.
Right. But I think Angelica did open up to him, because Aaron doesn't seem to be the type to just open up. I think he told, but we only heard his side, which is very interesting as to why. Yeah, but that is Angelica and Aaron, and as y'all said, we're going to use them to segue into the next couple, but it's not a couple, it's a trio. Okay? It's a trio. Ladies who were fawning all over Lars-Erik, I'm glad he is on our screen so we can see the religious F-boy that he is. He is an F-boy for Jesus. I'm sorry. I said it. Lars-Erik is a whole problem. As much as Ronya is a problem, Lars-Erik is a problem, and I'm glad Danette did not care that he broke up with her. Go along your way. But Danette, there's another man in the men's lounge that had very lovely things to say. She sounds like an African queen. He sounds like he wanted a good chance with Danette, but maybe it's the religion because she is strong in her faith. And I see Lars-Erik is not strong in his celibacy journey, but I'm just going to be the one to say it like this. Ari, since your mic open, what you got to say? Since you were, a guilty party, okay?
Oh, yeah, like I was saying earlier with Aaron and Angelica, religion is definitely going to be something that you can't budge on because at some point you want to share that aspect of yourself with that person. And if one is so staunch as saying, and excuse my French here, and I just bear with me here, F religion and what it stands for, essentially, because they aren't religious. Um, that he's gonna have a tough time wanting to share his space with her because he's like, keep that away from me with a 10-foot pole. So, um, and I was thinking of well, if they decide to have kids someday, which doesn't seem like it's off the table at all, because I didn't hear them mention kids really at all. I mean, they may have, I just forgot about it because it kind of went by a little bit quickly. Because I mean, I did watch most of this on like either 1.25 or 1.5 times speed to kind of get through it because it was long episodes. But I digress. But if they decide to have kids, I'm sure he's going to want to bring up his kids in Christianity, which is not something I will hold against him because that's what you want to do. That's what you want. But I don't know. Based off of the preview, it doesn't sound like she would be okay with that at all. Because if she's having reservations about his family maybe being upset with her not sharing the same faith as them, I doubt she's going to want to be comfortable with raising her kids like that, like in a religion. So,
but he knew this in the pods, Ari.
exactly, which is, I mean, they both. I mean, he eventually told her, so she knew. But they both agreed to get engaged, and that's the issue. It was like they bypassed that, and that is where both are a problem because it just I don't see this working out, just like Aaron and Angelica, because of that alone. And let me see. She brought up, when they got to Greece, the fact that he wrote down "You're an amazing woman, I love you" when they did the reveal, and he's like, "Well, that's a little love bombing." And I'm like thinking, okay, maybe I don't, maybe I'm not sold on it. Maybe just because I was fawning over him, that's why I don't want to see it. But so I'm gonna, you know, put that out there and say that. So I'm trying to see from her perspective, and I wasn't quite there just because I didn't know where it was coming from. And then she finally said it in Greece that she had an ex that basically love bombed her, and then 2 months later was like, heck no, get away from me. I don't want to do with you no more. So I understood where the reservations were coming from. With that
Flag on the play, though. There's a flag on the play. You are here to get married and you want to be the man who is not going to say he loves you? I mean, come on now. It didn't matter. She don't like the religion, but here's my problem with Lars-Erik, because I know you weren't going to roast him, Ari. Okay? You still got hearts in your eyes.
Okay, go ahead.
Anytime someone tells me that they have experienced a tragedy and they have cleaved to religion, I worry. I worry
Good point.
because it's
Good
not your
point.
choice. And him and Danette, because they both said tragedy brought them closer to their faith.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah. And then here's where the love bombing, I would see it from her. I think this is pressure, too much pressure. You are the first woman I have kissed in years, and you will be the
Mm-hmm.
last woman that I kiss. That right there.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Like, what if this? I was like, I was thinking in the back of my head, like, what if this don't work out? Like, they gonna go celibate for another 10 years at this point. Like next time, I'm like, what? Yes,
I would be,
that.
I cannot kiss you. I am going to adhere to your celibacy journey, and we cannot kiss. Yes, I know Danette, and he was raised religious, but they sounded like they stepped away from their faith, and when
Mm-hmm.
something happened, they cleaved to their faith. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. That's what, yes,
yeah,
Danette, and he was raised. He said his mother was as Christian came.
yeah.
So, mm.
Mm-hmm.
And Rania, not wanting to be religious, not wanting anything to do with it, he has just betrayed himself. He has betrayed
Mm-hmm.
his faith in picking this woman.
Exactly. And I need him to stay away from Danette because she's a beautiful woman, and she is so bad. And this is coming from a straight woman. She is so bad, and I'm like, oh, I don't want him to mess with her because seems like they're gonna go, like him and Ron are gonna go kaput in the coming episodes. So I want him to stay away from Danette so bad because I don't. Y'all know how I feel about being like someone picking someone else as a second choice. You know how I feel about that. So I need him to.
Everybody is first to 15 choice.
I still need. Still don't want him to go to her. I want her to stay away from with 10 foot pole. Like stay away from him, sis, because he done told you he didn't want you and pick someone else over you. So please do not entertain him if they end up going kaput and he wants to circle back to you. Okay, off my spiel
Yeah,
for
Trey want to
Lars-Erik.
hop in. Trey want to
Okay.
hop in.
Start with this. Here we have the potentially fake altar boy with the potentially unhealed atheist. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. Let me start by saying this. Second Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. All right. King James Version. Let's keep it real. King James Version. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? Now, I was giving Lars-Erik a little bit of grace. This much. A little bit of grace. Because, okay, he's talking to Daniela, okay, and he's talking to Rocha. I can see the appeal with both. Just out, just taking a step back in his corner, looking at the situation. I can see the appeal for both. I can see it. Okay. Daniela speaks to what he wants to be in his future as far as his religious path is concerned.
Danette.
He speaks to her. Danette. I'm so sorry, Danette. My bad. Rocha speaks to what he think he likes and needs in his life. Someone easygoing and fun to talk to. Because mostly when they spoke to one another, it was all jokes. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm also the type of person, if I'm talking to somebody, I got to be able to laugh at you. We got to have some ha-ha moments. But that can't be the basis of our relationship. When it's time to get serious and have serious conversations, we need to be able to have discourse and have those as well. But what made me question him the whole time, this is my first thought with Lars-Erik. I went, he's coming off as a believer in God, and I was thinking to myself, ooh, was that too harsh? Was I being too harsh on this man? And then I saw what you saw, Elsa. Him and Danette were religiously trauma bonded. That's a word. Religiously trauma bonded. Because they both suffered losses of family members, which drove them closer to God. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This can happen. It happens. Sometimes you can go through something, or someone else you know goes through something, and it causes you to become close to God. But the main issue with this is the way they projected it. The way they projected it, that was the only reason that they became close to God, not a decision of their own. It was the decision of someone else's trauma or issue, nothing of their own. I'm like, okay, this is a problem. But what drove it home for me that Lars-Erik was a fool, and I mean that in every sense of the word, a fool, was the fact that he chose Russia over the net. I went, bro, why? This woman told you she ain't with God. She ain't with religion. It's a no for her. Keep it away from her 10-foot pole. She said it. She said it advised. I heard her say it. She was in the room with you when she said it. So I went, okay, bro, what did you thinking? Why are you ending things with the net? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because that's what made me think that it's never gonna work with them, because it's like as soon as he went to the net and was like, it's a no for me, dog. I was like, boy, you just effed up so bad, like, because it's
dumb.
like taking out the whole trauma bonding of the religion part. That's what they like. That's a good foundation to start on, even if it is a bad way to start off. Like, I mean, because y'all share the same religion. Like I was like,
happens every day.
I was so frustrated. I was like, you're making me look bad for like trying to take up for you because you good looking, and I'm like, here I am looking fucking stupid. so I'm like, you made me so like.
But then again, I gotta get on Rosa too, because this man told you about his faith and beliefs in religion and God and this, that, third, and you stayed there talking to him. Now, let's keep it real. Half of the reason why she stayed there, let's talk about it. You know, it didn't last long, but wasn't she also talking to, what was it? I think it was Aaron or Ibrahim. It was one of the Baldies. Which one was it? It was Aaron or Ibrahim.
I believe she was talking to Ibrahim.
It had to be. I think it had to be Ibrahim.
Yeah, because Aaron was hooked up with Angelica real quick, and they were gone.
Yeah, that happened. Okay, it seemed like the only reason why she kind of latched herself on the Lars-Erik is because Ibrahim said, "You know what? I made my choice. I'm out on you early." He did that pretty quickly. Like, you know what? You're cool, but no, I made my choice. You know, which was, I ain't gonna lie, it was too soon for him, but we passed it now. But Rosa, I'm like, okay. Already, that was my number one issue with her. You know, Lars-Erik, you fool, her. You're the same fool, because you purposely got with this man, and he's a very talking like he's a very religious man, and you got with him anyway. What are you doing? Okay, this is a recipe for disaster. Now, what really made it turn for me was during the reveal. Okay, he sees her. He likes what he sees. Cool. She sees him. I think she likes what she sees. This is looking good. All right, cool. Come up. He hands her a box with a note. Elsa kind of went over this. She reads the note. Okay. For what the note said, Elsa, real quick, can you repeat what the note said?
You're an amazing woman, and I love you.
Simple words. Beautiful. One would probably say. But the way Rosha's face looked when she read it, I went, wait, what's going on? What happened? Something just happened.
I said, did we miss a few lines of the note? What happened?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, did she skip something? What's going on? Her face just there.
Did he say peace and blessings at the end?
I don't know. And we didn't know why. And Elsa started touching on it. I'm going to go deeper on it. We did not understand why that was happening. And from that point on, you see Lars-Erik trying to get closer to this woman, as you're supposed to be. And honestly, and this might lead to the F-boy of it all, he's saying the right things. Honestly, he is. He's saying the right things. And yet she's just being resistant. I'm like, what is going on here? What's happening? I don't understand. And then the ball drops. The mixer. Coming into the mixer. Everybody showing up. Hey. As soon as Aaron and Angelica came around the corner, her eyes went, ooh. Like a cartoon character. Ooh. I was like, oh, nah. I just went, oh, no. Here we go. And they kept cutting from what was happening to her own little confessional. Oh, Aaron looks good. Oh, my God, he's tall. Ooh, I like what I see. She ran up to, gave him a hug, of course. Oh, nice to meet you. Ran up to Angelica, put her arm around her. Oh, my God. Ooh, he's so tall and handsome, isn't he? Oh, look at us looking at him, checking him out.
And can I just ask something real quick about the hugs? And maybe Munira can kind of shed some light, but is it just me, or did the hugs kind of linger on a little bit too much, too long? With other people? No, I mean like everybody. And no, but I mean like with everybody, not just them, because it seemed like like when a person went to hug someone not that they weren't matched with or engaged to, they seem to hug them a little too long. And I'm like, maybe that's just me not coming from an American standpoint. But I was like, that's weird.
I think so too, because I saw everybody do it. I thought, okay, the Swedish people just hug a little. Okay, wait a minute. Ari, remember season 1 of Sweden? They did the same thing.
Yeah.
I kind of. Okay.
Oh gosh, Ramses?
Yes.
And
Rasmus?
Rasmus, yes.
He always hugged everybody tighter and longer.
Well, I thought that was just him, like being him. Like he's just.
They all do it.
I was just like, okay, I didn't mean to derail, but I was just.
No, that's fine.
You brought it up. I was like,
last season, even though you don't like him, Ola did it. Victor did it. Oscar did it.
Yeah.
They hugged. The men did hug the men too, and they hugged each other closer. Jakob all the time. Yeah. We were like, "Dag, Jakob, were you hugging everybody because she ain't giving you no hugs?" Yeah.
You said that. We Americans have issues with showing affection of some kind. Which I bring that up for a reason. Fast coming back to this show here, we got it's gonna come up again, boy. You can tell what a woman actually don't like a man real quick, because all of a sudden they got every excuse in the world to try to create distance between them, even with the hugs.
which is something I wanted to bring up with another couple. So thank you for bringing that up because I was
That's why I brought it up. We're gonna get into there. It's crazy
They
because I'm
say
like,
They say Swedes hug people when greeting, but it is not common to hug people you don't know.
mm. Well, these people know each other supposedly.
Well, they dated
Quotations,
everybody
quotations.
each other in the pods.
Everybody, yeah, everybody dated. Quotations. But yeah, she hanging on this guy. She taking every opportunity she can to have a conversation with him and want to talk about her relationship with her fiance. Now, this is where things get diabolical. Lars-Erik is watching this, right? He's not stupid. He's looking like, what's going on here? I can't get no time with you, but you want to spend time with everybody else. What's going on here? It comes to head when he sits down with Angelica. And I think that had to be put together or forced together by producers because he was just off by himself.
Yep.
I think they had him, hey, go talk to somebody. Go talk to Angelica since your spouse is talking to, well, your potential spouse is talking to Aaron. You go talk to Angelica. Him and her having a conversation. He starts to try to speak about his grievances and what's going on, right? Like, I don't know, something's off. Like I'm trying to build a relationship with her, but she's being very resistant. And then Angelica almost spills the beans.
Right.
By saying, well, with being given what she's going through, that's to be expected. He's like, what do you mean? What she's going through? She didn't tell me anything. Uh-oh. Then they cut to Aaron and Angelica. Producers ain't ish. They cut to Aaron and Angelica. Aaron and Roger. And
Rania. And Rania.
I'm getting everybody's names wrong. Rania.
That's okay.
I'm gonna get it right. Rania.
You think you gonna get married to Angelica?
Yeah, I'm like, why you asking him that? Why you asking? And like I said, Aaron was clocking it. He saw Aaron standing just like this. I mean, we got our journey, we got, going through, but it looks good, and everything, whatever. He ain't stupid. He's like, he's staying, he's staying very still, very neutral, straightforward, not really even turning his head towards her like that. She's the one kind of like, kind of up in his face, is talking, and I'm like, okay. And then she finally brings up the fact of having a past relationship that she felt love bombed her and caused her to be standoffish, and explains to him that Lars-Erik, gave her the note, and it just made her pull back. Now this is where my real smoke for her begins. I said, hold up. Are you trying to tell me you're making this man pay for another man's mistake, number one, and then number two, you're judging him off of that mistake that he doesn't even know about?
That's exactly what I wrote in my notes too, Trey. That's exactly what I wrote down because I was like, what in the world? And then she had the nerve to be like, we're overanalyzing. Like, well, y'all are overanalyzing because y'all ain't talking about nothing. It's like, what? That's why you're over, especially him. I mean, I
he
was
ain't
like,
got
what?
no choice but to overanalyze.
Exactly.
He's like, he's trying to figure out what's going on. First we good, now I'm like, what's happening here? And then when and I ain't gonna lie, I do not like the way, and most of the time it's the men, but I'm finding some of the women are doing this too. I don't like the way, or I find it weird, like when it's time to actually have conversations with their potential partners, all of a sudden they forget how to speak or how to bring something up that might be difficult, or even talk or try to get something out. Because Lars-Erik was trying to have a conversation. It starts out okay. He's like, okay, hey, what's going on with us? What's this, that, third? Basically, what's up? She finally tells him about said past, and that I feel like he was love bombed. This is what I didn't like. Maybe this is not good for me, but this is what I didn't like. Lars-Erik's immediate response was to be first apologetic when I don't think he should have been, and then number two, immediately try to placate her by saying, "Hey, no, it's my job to help you through that." That's on me. I just talk to me. I want to help you through that, help you get past that. Bro, that's not your responsibility. Number one, okay? It's not your responsibility to heal her.
Trey,
Okay? Yes,
Trey,
yes.
you know the moment Aaron was feeling her. You knew the moment.
Yeah.
When Aaron told Rania, well, you gonna have to tell him to slow it down.
What kind of crap was that?
I said, sir, you ain't leaning into her. You ain't turning to her, but you giving her the words. Because if she slow it down for him, it gonna give you a chance to catch up.
Yeah. I'm like, nah, there's some bull crap going on, okay?
But
Okay? There's some
Munira,
bull crap going
Munira
on.
brings up a very interesting point that Ronya probably picked Lars-Erik because of his name. It's a stereotypical name for the region, not just Sweden, but Norway, Iceland. It gives the thought of a certain demographic. And now that you have
Mm,
said that, Munir,
Mm.
she probably did.
mm,
Because remember last season, Alicia,
mm,
Mm-hmm.
she picked
mm,
Oscar. She liked him because of the stereotypical look of the region.
mm,
And Lars-Erik does not look stereotypical of the region. Okay?
I was like, because going back to the topic of like what these people's backgrounds are, because I was thinking he was like his family is from. He may have been born in Sweden, but I think his family is maybe from somewhere else. So I mean, unless he said something, I'm not gonna just leave it at that. I'm speculating. That's it.
Right.
So
Right. I
yeah,
think it's probably in the tradition. Maybe one of his, family members is of the Swedish, generationally. But again, she could have thought that. And Alicia, she liked Oscar's look in the second season. This time, she ain't get a Lars-Erik that looked like a Lars at all. She wanted Thor, and she didn't get that.
not
mm.
Thor.
Well, what do you want me to say? I could either say Thor or
Yeah,
He-Man.
it's Thor.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Thor.
Mm-hmm,
She wanted blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay?
mm-hmm,
So again, careful what you wish for. The FAFO has found her.
hmm
And even if you didn't know what he looked like, the fact that this man is so held held tight to his religion and you don't was enough to disqualify him.
Yeah, just
He's
saying. I'm like,
he's desperate. He comes off desperate and clingy too.
But
uh,
it's
He's
Trey,
desperate
okay.
and clingy.
Trey, okay. Let me ask this. You are only Y chromosome on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is what happens with men on their celibacy journey and they're kind of backed up?
He's first off. I don't know why you threw that eyebrow up, Harry, when she said you're the only Y on the panel. Okay, first of all, I saw that. My eyes work. Okay. Number two, you might be right, Elsa. This boy a little backed up, and he's trying to get something. Yeah, huh? So he's latched on to the first thing he can get.
And she's a beautiful
Latched on.
woman. She's
No,
a
she's pretty. Yeah,
gorgeous woman.
she's pretty.
And
Yes.
it could be too. Again, y'all, I don't know what celibacy means to him. I don't
Huh.
know. He could mean he's not even allowed his own self pleasure. I'm sorry, we grown in here.
Hmm.
I don't know what it
He,
means for him. He doesn't
he
even
don't touch
kiss a
himself.
lady.
Yeah. So he said it's been 3 years.
3
3 years.
years.
he
I'm
ready to
just,
get it in. At this point, he ready to get it in.
Yeah.
He,
He's
and I'm
seeking for
sorry.
some type of physical connection.
mm.
And I
And
mean
and
that in some type of physical connection.
and they're sharing they're sleeping in the same bed. There are some people who are on their celibacy journey that won't even allow that. That's why I'm asking a lot of things. he's in close proximity of this woman that he does desire, that he is kissing, he is going to exhibit erratic behavior. I'm sorry. It is desperation. It is desperation. It is a champagne bottle about to blow. It's just how he's coming off. You know, I could be very wrong.
I don't think you are.
But
I mean, so these like any iteration of his mind, these people have to have a touch desperation in them, if not full blown, to want to come on a show like this.
The whole
wait.
Right.
Wait, but remember, we're coming out of. I need to know how many of these people had a relationship during COVID, because it could also be that.
Well, Lars-Erik said he's been celibate for 3 years. So that 3 years ago, that was 2023. So he might have had a relationship during COVID.
So, right.
Well, no, because this was filmed last year, so 2022 maybe.
Right. So I'm just asking, because these people were mid-20s during COVID. Okay. I'm just saying. Did COVID force him to, and what he experienced during COVID forced him to do the celibacy journey? I just would like to know. He's doing too many extremes for me. The extreme connection to his religion, and now you've added on that the celibacy. It, for me, it's like when you're pulling a wire too tight, you have to be careful. When you are stringing a bow for an arrow, you have to be careful that you don't string it too tightly, because it may break. For me, Lars-Erik is doing too many extremes in his life.
Yeah,
he's professing way too much too soon.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I wrote down during episode 1, I was like, he seems to be leading with his religion, with it a lot, and with Ronya, he didn't do that at all. He waited until the bitter end to tell her, essentially.
Well, it's the same with Aaron. He didn't even tell Angelica how tall he was till the end.
Yeah, he was holding back.
I mean, the height thing is, I'm not sure how much that would have factored into it.
Aaron, it factors in, because I hate to talk like this. Women care about height too daggone much, and he knows he's in the 1 percentile of that. He knows it's going to come across a certain type of way. And he knows what he looks like.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe it's just because I'm starting to relax on the height thing, because it's like most men are going to be taller than me anyway, so it's like it don't matter how tall they are really. But so that's probably why I was saying that. But yeah, you're right, Trey. Height is a lot of women are going to think about.
And don't forget, Lars-Erik is somebody's therapist. He's like a child therapist.
That's scary.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it said that it was like a youth practitioner or something.
A youth counselor.
Youth counselor. So I assumed that meant that he was like a youth pastor or something, in the church. I don't know how true that is, because I don't know if the translation was off or something.
No, some people in the Swedish chat said it's like a child counselor, like a guidance counselor, or even a therapist. That's why I said that.
Okay. Because I was like,
so I'm like, you are shaping our future. I would rather it be the youth pastor. I'd rather that. But again, even if he's a youth pastor and he's, if he's an altar boy, how does it look that his wife is going to be disassociated from the church?
And that's my whole issue with that. It's like he's grasping so tightly onto it, and she's like, get away from me with that, because I don't want nothing to do with religion. So how is that going to work?
That's what told me he may be full of ish. When he made that decision, I went, all right, bro, I got to question everything about you now, because this don't make no sense.
I think he wanted his preference, Trey. And when he heard, because if you look at his face, and I rewound it, when that guy was in the pods and said Danette sound like a beautiful African queen, his face fell.
And I was like, oof.
Which, hey, that's your, if she's not your preference, that's the real thing. I'm not gonna ever discount someone on their preferences. Okay, it's just when you, the only time it becomes an issue with me personally is when you actually put somebody down because of what they might be. That's when it becomes an issue. But if you're not attracted, you know what I'm saying, to African women, that's fine. Thank goodness. Stay
They
away.
didn't drag her through it. But they say he works with children who have difficulties in life, such as crime, violence, and mental health. So that is his. But here's the other thing, that she may not think that he's manly enough for her. He did not kill, he did not end that bug that was buzzing around her. He did not save her.
Mm.
Did
He's like,
we not see
"Scoot
this
away."
again? Did we
Yes, he
not
did.
see this not 2 seasons ago now?
Say something nice.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And to be honest, I can see him coming across as soft to her. Because he's looking a bit soft to me. I'm like, bro,
It's been 3
like,
years
bro,
of softness, Trey.
think about this. I'm gonna take it a step further. Your woman, your woman is having conversations with everybody else but you. With arguably the hottest man in the cast members, right? She all up in his face. Your solution is to come over there and ask to put some sunscreen on your back.
Could
And
you
she
rub
put it
some
on and
suntan on
sent
my
you on
back,
your way.
baby? Why are you
And you know
interrupting
what's
my
even worse?
conversation?
Aaron, yes, and Aaron just stayed there. Aaron stayed there. I would have got up and left and go back to my woman. But you stayed there. Like, bro, you look weak. It looks weak. Woo. Man,
Yes,
yeah.
he does. Yes,
It's a
he seems
crash and
cringe to
burn.
her.
The church's about to burn down. It's going to look terrible.
It is.
Mm-mm.
It's, we're gonna see it. It's gonna be a different kind of crash and burn, y'all. Okay, it's a different kind of crash and burn. Sweden, they crash and burn different. We're used
Not
to
like he
orange
came like a
flames,
jealous wife.
they gonna have a blue flame
He
in
did.
Sweden.
He did. He literally did when he came that next morning. He literally did.
Like,
I would like to tell you for next time that I would like some of your time. Okay.
You know what's so funny? Angelica did the same thing.
Yes, she
They
did.
mirrored one another. Did the same exact thing.
Same here too.
Yeah.
He just needs some bangs.
I hate that word.
Oh my God.
He just needs some
That's
bangs,
bacon.
and he will have the same year as Angelica. Yes, for all y'all ladies, I'm just loving this. For all you ladies in the cast preview that were panting over Lars-Erik, I love it.
Shut up. I'm about to smack you. Say this is exactly why I stay off camera, because I can hide my face. I can be quiet.
He is here begging this woman to spend time with him.
She is not in rare form, Sam. She is staying in form. This is typical. Like, this is what I deal with on Instagram. Like,
Lars-Erik needs to teach the next guy how to ask for his woman's touch. We're moving on to Ludwig, Hannah, and Camila. Okay.
Oh boy.
Because Ludwig says, I want you to touch me, tease me, feel me and caress me. He just hold my hand. Can we hold hands? Can we just hold hands? Right. Can we just hold hands? When you don't want to hold the hand of the man that you have just accepted his proposal and ring, we have a problem. We have a problem. But Ludwig, this is your karma. Because while, Fabian was telling you his business, you went running over to Daniel. Fabian said he dated Ellie too. This is your karma. And I'm so
I
happy
was
for you.
so pissed. I wanted to smack him with a rock. I was like, I'm sorry for getting violent for a second, but I was like, I was so pissed off when he did that. I was like, I get it. Fabian should have said nothing, but when he went running over to Daniel, I was like, you mf'er. Oh, sorry. Let me be
So
quiet real quick.
Ludwig also likes to give gifts, ladies, okay? And he gave these two ladies a gift the same day. Now he and Hannah likes board games and playing trivia. So it was his birthday too, and he was giving gifts on his birthday, okay? And Hannah appreciated the gift because they were of like minds. But then he gave a whole bottle of his actual cologne to Camila. Now, we in the US is used to people spraying a pillow or a blanket, okay? But he gave the whole cologne bottle. Now, it has admitted that he has ADHD, but guess what, Ludwig? ADHD don't cause you to go gossiping. And I know you gossiping with everybody because when Daniel was telling you his business, he said, "I'm telling you right now, don't tell anybody because your mouth been running all over this men's lounge." But Camilla, when he asked, "Please touch me, please hold my hand, could you rub my shoulder?" And when she picked up her chair, he thought, "Oh, she's coming closer," until she dragged it further away and his face fell. Trey, dig into Ludwig. Explain to me why this man was just running his mouth.
We have the simpleton with the non-committal and the crash out. Just this was a weird recipe. Okay, very strange recipe. Okay, this dude, like I said, he comes across as a little bit of a simpleton. Okay, like he does not think before he speaks or acts. This is why I call him a little bit of a simpleton. I'll repeat it again. He does not think before he speaks or acts. Okay. Now he's in this little triumvirate with Camilla and Hannah, and this is just cut to the chase. The clear choice probably should have been Hannah. The problem is that Hannah played herself and crashed out when she shouldn't have. And Camilla took advantage of it. Now, he had more of a connection of actually having similarities with Hannah. Some similar backgrounds, some similar things they went through. You see why? And he said she was number one from the very beginning. Camilla came across more as a fun time. Like, actually, her and Hannah will be very close. Her Hannah, like a playgirl. She gives playgirl vibes.
Bottle girl. She had the cart service pulled in.
Listen, okay? When Camilla, if someone, male or female, if someone comes in and tells you that, number one, they've never had a relationship in their life, a season ago, what was that? Was that Sweden? It wasn't Sweden. It was. I ain't gonna bring them up. We had the same situation happen, but it was a girl that we actually liked instead of this one. This one I don't think we like this one. But let's get into it. It tells you she's never been in a relationship. Number one. Number two, she also explains she could barely even call them situationships. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. It sounds like you was outside just to have a good time. That's what it sounded like, baby girl. Which is that is fine. But stand on it. Okay? Stand on that. Okay. This doesn't register for him. because she just comes across as someone fun to talk to. And she is kind of fun to talk to. You hear her talk, there's a lot of laughter, whatever. She's fun. I found Camila fun when I was talking. I was like, oh yeah, she's a fun time. But it's a no. The whole entire time she's talking, it's a no. Here's where things switch. Elsa setting it up. It's his birthday. I believe both of them sent him cakes. Both of them. Which
they both made the same cake tray.
Listen,
I thought it was that they made the cake together.
Yes, they made the cake together. Yes.
Okay.
And Danette said, "This is weird."
Yeah. What? Thank you, Danette. This is weird. Because this also is about to activate me because I don't understand the crash out of it all. Okay, you and Camila, and they both knew they were dating Ludwig. Number one, they both knew. Decided to bake a cake for his birthday to send it to him. Okay, weird, but it's nice. It's nice. Weird, but it's nice. Okay. He decides to give a gift back for, I guess, appreciation of, wish me happy birthday. Just appreciation. Now, me and Elsa been over this before. I'm always weird about this gift giving when it comes to these pod situations because it has done nothing but cause issues, even when it should not have. It shouldn't have, but it's done nothing but cause issues in one shape, way, or form. Here we are. To me, Hannah gets the more personalized gift. It's a gift of a board game, which is something that her and Ludwig have connected over their love for board games and playing them. Because he's a board game guy. He likes to stay home, play different type of board games. She's like, oh, I like that too. Oh, let's talk about the board games we play. And they connected on that. So to me, he gave you the gift that's actually the number one gift. The board game, because cologne, I'm be honest, I'm sorry, I know you get in the face, I'm be honest. Cologne, even if you sprayed on something, this, that, third, it's very general. That ain't nothing
I know,
special.
but it's his smell, it's his essence.
Whatever. He could have bought cologne from Fabian and gave it to her. It don't mean nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's cologne. Okay? It's cologne. Unless you buy it for the said person. Like if you bought that man cologne and you start wearing it, that's when it means something. I buy you perfume.
Trey, it sounded like he came with the board game to give us a gift to someone, and he's like, dang, another woman actually did it too. So I gotta find a gift. Oh, here's my bottle of cologne.
Okay, I might get that. I'm trying to give him a little bit of bail because that it is what they connected on. So I'm giving him a little bit of bail. Give her the board game. She's all happy when she come in. Okay, cool. Camila has her date, right? Now, mind you, Camila doesn't say anything first, right? She don't say anything first. She said, okay, man. Go in there, have her date. Oh, I get cologne. Oh, this is great. It smells so great. Okay, cool. He's feeling all high of himself. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She liked the cologne. Okay, cool. That. Here's where the diabolicalness comes in, right? Camila goes back to the women's lounge. She made a scene. Oh, I got a gift too. He gave me cologne. It is great. Okay. Hannah automatically is feeling some type of way. My first question, why, Hannah? I don't understand why you get upset with this gift. This is kind of crazy. What are you doing? To the point that she's crashing out in the women's lounge. Oh, how could you do that? That's so wrong, that bastard. Oh, I'm like, what? Whoa. Now, Camila is listening to this. If you notice, Camila is why I call her the non-committal in relationship and in life. Because she's listening to Hannah and she's just letting Hannah crash out. She's just like, oh, yeah, I feel you.
She's feeding it too. She's feeding it too.
Oh, that's crazy. He would give gifts, right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, Hannah, like, yeah, how could he? I got to talk to him. He's going to have to answer for this. Answer for what? Okay, now this is where some of my rage for Ludwig starts. This may be a small thing, but I have a pet peeve about this. I hate fake apologies. Because first off, what are you apologizing for? Hannah goes in there, she's on 10. Well, I ain't gonna give her a 10. She's on a solid 8. She's 8 right now. A solid 8. She's coming in with a little bit of heat. Ludwig, you know, he's right to be like, whoa, what's going on? What's happening? What the heck? That's the right energy to, talk about this way. What's going on with you? How you going to give me a gift and then you give her a gift, blah, blah, blah. Now, when he started, I was happy. When he went, whoa, first off, it was my birthday. It was just a gift. And I decided to show appreciation to both of y'all because y'all both made me the cake. So I decided to show appreciation. That killed her energy right there and off. And you should have left it at that. Okay? Then this would have turned into an exercise of learning how to have an argument with one another, an argument resolution. Okay. This is what it should have turned into. But no.
But you said I was special.
No, get out of here with that. Here's Ludwig. He said, if it makes you feel some type of way, I'm sorry. I grabbed my head. I went, bro, why? Why? Because honestly, you're not really sorry. You're not sorry you gave the gift. You're just sorry that it causes argument and now you're feeling this heat. And that cause then it started making him feel a certain way by Hannah. Because she came at him sideways.
And what'd she say? This gonna be fine if the only person you're giving gifts to in the future is me.
Flag. Straight flags on the play. It was straight and honestly, Ludwig should have picked that up because that was crazy. What? Flags on the play. Now here's where the diabolicalness of it all happens. Woo! Second, he goes back to the men's line first. Oh my God, Hannah, she crashed out on me. I don't know what's going on. Man, this is how it's going to go. I'm scared of the second date. Camila. Now, I have to give her props to do from a player standpoint because it was masterfully done.
Oh, she a player.
She rolls up into that pod. Good energy, beautiful energy, supportive energy. Oh, hey. He's like, hey, he's nervous. He's like, hey, how are you? Oh, great. Oh, thank you for the gift. He's like, yeah, so wondering about that. He's like, oh, you talking about the gift? She's like, yeah, it caused mission. Oh no, I didn't see what the big deal was. It was just a gift. It was just sort of appreciation. I was like, oh, Hannah, you got played. You got played in your face. You don't even know it. Woo! She was playing 4D chess, and you here playing checkers out here, getting mad. Oh my God! It was messed. I don't really like it like that, but I had to give her a clap. Okay, I was like, that was massive.
Yeah, Camila played it. I was proud. She
won that. I was like, you know what? Hannah is done. She's no number one. Camila's winning this, and she shouldn't because emotionally they don't connect like that, and they shouldn't have. She's just fun to talk to. That's it.
She's older than him though. She's 30.
Yes.
He's 30. She's 33. Again, are we having kids? We didn't see if Ludwig wants kids
at all. And then this was the kicker. The reveal told it all for me.
Oh yeah.
He saw her. He was happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it was back and forth with me, but when Camila came out in that reveal, first to show the back of her. Oh, she got some hips. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She looked good in that dress. Ain't too much of a bump, but hey, okay, cool. But it was looking good. I was like, oh, he gonna like that.
I love my lady lumps.
Woo, man. He came out. He saw her. Oh yeah. All right, cool. Bet. She saw him. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's you. Okay. That's you, huh? That's you. Oh. I was like, bruh, you done. You cook. Okay? You cook.
Stick a fork in him.
You cook. She ain't letting you touch her. Okay? She ain't letting you touch her. I saw it then.
Don't forget the Matrix when he went to kiss.
Now this is why this reason why I said earlier, you can tell when a woman don't like you Because I'm be honest with you, they come up with all types of excuses. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the whole trip she talking about, oh, it's slow for me. It's slow for me to get to that level, to get attracted like that. I have to take my time. I'm sorry. That goes totally against the type of woman you explain yourself to be in the past.
I have to settle into my emotions.
Settle into what? You are outside woman. Outside women don't settle into their emotions. They get it in. Okay? Now you capping. They straight cap. I was like, oh, bro. Now you got Ludwig looking stupid sliding down walls. And he's so simple, he can't even find a wall to slide down. It's kind of sad. It almost made me feel sad for him because he actually somewhat got bamboozled because of a gift. And Camila played the masterful game. The match should have been Hannah because she was number one from the get-go, but she outplayed herself. You know what I'm saying? And Camila helped her. Only to win the prize. Like, ooh, you know what? I actually don't want this prize. What can we do? You know what? I don't like this man is acting. He is asking just to hold hands, a little bit of affection, and her response was, "Get up, move chair over."
I need more sun.
That was such a petty A move on her part. I was like, girl, ugh.
It was. It was. He said, but I did offer you a massage.
Nah, I don't want you touching me.
Like Camila and Daniel deserve each other because I think Daniel was petty, and I'll get into that with him later. But oh my, it's so petty. I was like, I think Trey kind of said it all pretty much. But my thing with Camila was, you ain't never had a boyfriend, like, and you. I was like, Trey can be right. Like she just out here being a city girl and living it up. I mean, because I didn't think of it like that, but I'm wondering because while Trey was doing his big one with the heat of it all, I was like, girl, who hurt you? Why are you not? Because when she said the reason why and nothing worked out was because she didn't want it to work, like she didn't commit. I was like, I was trying to be on her side. I was like, well, kind of on her side because it's like, well, is it because the guys didn't want to commit? But then, like, well, it's kind of on her for not really, personally on her for not really, discerning right either, because it's not all on the guy either. So, but when she said it was her, I was like, girl, you sound like a problem, a whole problem. So I was like, ugh.
She said she runs before commitment.
I was trying to hear her out, but then she said that, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, she sounds like she's tasted all 31 flavors at Baskin Robbins.
And if y'all remember I said earlier when they was asking, hey, how do y'all feel about dating so many men and stuff? And Anna was the one that said, oh, I can't wait. Camila went, oh, yeah, girl. City girls up.
But, yeah. I didn't really have too much on them except for the part I said before about Ludwig being an a-hole and running to Daniel about Fabian, and the whole part I said about Camila. But I mean, so I'm glad Trey went first because I was like, I didn't really have much. So
it's gonna be diabolical.
I think this is going to be a one of those where we ain't gonna move in together.
Yeah, I'll see it last. Well, no. When does the mitzvah happen?
The mixer happens after, but then everybody is invited, even those who don't move in together.
Yeah, because usually it's toward maybe a week before the weddings, I think.
Yeah, because remember Ola broke up with Millie the day of the mixer, the day of the engagement party, just hours before it in season 2. So It could
Yeah,
be,
it might not make
even
it.
if they don't end up being together. But remember, Germany season 2, Jubriel and Wendy were invited and were at the mixer, and they didn't move in. Same thing with UK. Same thing with France. Cynthia and I believe it was Jordan she was with. They were both invited to the mixer, and they didn't even make it to moving in. So it could happen. But we seeing in the previews, Hannah looked like she about to, tear him a new one, and he
Probably so.
looking at her with hearts in his eyes.
Mhm.
Ludwig is Ludwig. If you're not careful, you're what I would say a man that will be led by his nose ring by a woman. Because I'm telling you right now, Ludwig, you are telling the ladies out here, all they got to do is give you enough physical touch and be a good looking, and you will fall like a wet blanket.
I mean,
That's what he's telling. He's telling him the
yeah.
entire gameplay for a woman to play him. It ain't that hard. She got like board games, be sweet and competitive still. You know how to shake a drink and allow physical touch. He's not saying here's the thing. He's not saying I want to touch you. That's why it's not sounding creepy. He's not saying I want access to your body. He's just
Can I
saying,
hold
can
your hand?
you touch me? Could you touch my shoulder? Could I hold your hand? He just want little bits.
Sad.
Yeah, and as
Sad.
much as I think he was an a-hole in the pods for that one little bit, I kind of sympathize with him a little bit because my first boyfriend, I remember like when I went to visit him for Thanksgiving, this was like back in college, it was like 12 years ago, right? Like 12, 13 years ago, about now. But yeah, I was like, I if I really like you, I want to hold hands, hug, whatever. And I remember we went to go visit his grandma in like a nursing home or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, you can't even simply hold hands because my grandma, she's old fashioned, and basically, I think he said something along the lines of, well, she equates that to like kissing out in public or like." It made it seem like it was like we were gonna tongue each other down or something like in public in front of people. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And this is young me, so please take this with a grain of salt. I kind of went off on him,
Okay, well,
like,
take your
and
hand and
that
don't
was,
touch mine.
and I saw that was obviously wrong of me to just go off on him like that. But I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, I can't even hold your hand. Like, you're making us sound like we're gonna have like rip each other's clothes off and have sex right there in front of people. Like, what are you talking about? It was so baffling to me. I was like,
It was. I
anyway.
would have been like, your grandma ain't gonna remember me by the time we leave this visit. I mean, what are you talking about? But
Yeah,
Ludwig is telling ladies how to play the game, how to play him. I'm sorry. That's how it comes across to me, because I'm like looking at him, and I could think. Remember, somebody else said something about Camila. Y'all remember? They said Camila gave me that she likes to date older men. And
Yeah.
Ludwig looks like a young chap.
Yeah.
And if Camila is
that
used to
Abraham said that? Ibraham?
No, I thought it was one of the ladies said that.
Oh, it was.
One of the ladies said she gives me that she dates younger men. I can't remember
It
if
was
it's
Annie.
Angelica.
It was Annie.
Annie. Mm-hmm. I was saying I couldn't remember if it's Angelica or Annie.
Girlfriend. That's how she know. They've been out together.
See, thank you, Munira. Yeah, because it's like City Girls Unite. You said that, Trey.
Yeah,
But
they've been out together. She's seen her. She know her type.
Ludwig has a very young man look.
I don't know about that for me, but he gives off his vibe gives off that he's young. At least to me, his vibe, like his personality, gives off that he's young. Not that he looks young to
like
me,
a baby. He looks like a baby.
Yeah, and his personality does give me like 13.
Yeah, that part, the personality part, like
yeah. So all that could play into Camila's thought. Like, I don't want this young dude, And then you don't know how some women think, And it tells me, what would you talk in the past? She's 3 years older than him. Some women don't like that. Some women don't like that. I think 3 years
why
is
even entertain
negligible.
him? Why even entertain him? That's the
Why?
whole
Right? Why accept his ring?
playing games out here. That's what it is.
Cause,
Playing
cause she,
games
cause she out here. City girls unite.
outside. So the girls up.
City girls up. And speaking of city girls, let's get to this one, y'all. We're leaving the best for last, but this one is going to segue into the last, y'all. Okay, let's talk about Daniel, Joanna, and Ellen. Now, Joanna, I need to know if you brought those bottles of wine with you, or did production go buy those 4 tastings of wine? Daniel, you're very superficial and you like to lead with, my family owns this, my family does that, and you're a Toastmaster. You are basically, y'all, he's the MC at weddings. Okay? Ellen is a stylist, y'all. Some sort of, pseudo celebrity stylist out in Sweden. It's giving me the guy from Argentina who was the designer, and we kept hearing him tell his woman she needs to look different, she needs to change her diet. Remember that guy? That's what it's giving. But who wants to go first on these? Ari, is this the ones you wanted to roast?
um, yeah, Daniel was getting on my last good nerve the entire 4 episodes. I was, and I know Trey, you might be thinking, well, he's an obvious issue. I know, I get that. He's an obvious issue, but he still tap danced on my last good nerve because I was like, so let me start off by saying I don't think Daniel here because he actually wants to find a relationship. I don't think so. I think, and this is where I'm kind of differing with Elson on this. I think he's here because either his friend, family, or work circles are all uh, boot up or whatever you want to call it, like relationship up, and maybe possibly even have kids, and he's left out, or he thinks that having the marriage and the kids they're gonna play very well into like a good image for him. Now I'm not gonna take the first part off completely. That may factor in a little bit, but I think it's more so he thinks that the family and the wife and the kids are gonna be something that he benefits massively from. Because I was getting this feeling that because he has his hands in so many things, he has his IT sales, he has the brewery with his brother, and then he has the perfume that he imports in from China and puts in, I think what he said, restaurants or something like that. And so he has several different hands and several different cookie jars, and he can't do the quote unquote normal way of dating. And so because he can't do that, he sort of trying, and I'm getting the feeling he wants like a plug and play like person to put a to kind of put a finer point on it or whatever. And so this is sort of like a last resort because they don't have, because Joanna's for the last 14 years has lived in Australia, and they have the MAFs Australia over there. They don't really have like MAFs in Sweden, like they do with in the UK or even here either. So you can't really, because they're guaranteed a wedding. So this is his best chance of trying to get that without having to do the whole quote unquote normal dating, because that definitely doesn't guarantee anything. So at least here he feels like he has a better shot of getting the wife and the kids than packing up, moving to another country and doing like something like Married at First Sight. in whatever country it's in. So, um, and so then is he really annoyed me with the whole Ellen thing because I understood what she was trying to say. Like, you don't have to have endless tragedies in your life to be able to talk about what made you you. Like, I mean, and this is like something I pulled out of my hat, like or head, when I was watching it. That he like what like if you have like a situation where you cooked dinner with your grandma every Sunday night or something, and that's how you two bonded or something. That's like an experience that helped make you who you are. That so you don't need endless tragedies to talk about what made you you. Like what made you want to go into IT sales? Like what made you want to go into a brewery with your brother? Like it doesn't have to be traumatic in order to deepen a bond with someone else. And that's where it seems like his insecurities are coming from, like into play. Um,
Ari,
because
do you think someone in his past used emotions against him or used emotions to twist him up?
mm, maybe I, I didn't think about that, but maybe. Um,
Maybe he thinks emotions are a way to manipulate someone into doing what they want you to do.
mhm. I mean, could I just think that he's a very overt a hole, but that just my opinion. But um, yeah, and so I'm just like, uh, I don't understand why. Like, I need to hear. Like, we need to know what. Like, I feel like something had to maybe have happened in this past that made like, and he just doesn't want to say anything because maybe you're right. Like, someone tried to use it against him. And I don't know. I mean,
That's what it sounded to me like. You can if you feel sorry for someone or you're empathetic, you're just as much of a wuss as the person who's crying and showing emotion or had a traumatic experience. I was
mm,
like, Daniel, I mean, I'm a little cold blooded. Y'all know that. I'm a little cold hearted. That was to me a little bit far. How is
yeah,
it?
he was.
And he used a car crash analogy. I'm like, sir,
I mean, he just.
I'm hoping it was just thrown out there, but Daniel gives me that he heard the person and their tragedy and said, "Imma use this against the woman you're dating, especially since now I know we're dating the same one."
And then he had the nerve to be cutting her off when they got into that disagreement. I'm like, that's a big thing for me. Don't cut me off because I that's the quickest way for me to shut down. It's for me to cut me off and not say a word, get a word in edgewise. So do that to me too many times. I'm just gonna shut down, and then once we leave our each other's sites, I'm not even gonna mess with you no more. So that's what also pissed me off about him. It's like you're cutting her off, not letting her like actually explain herself, and you're over here like,
Do you know you actually don't feel yourself sweating in the pool?
yeah, and that's like, yeah, moving into the whole like faux honeymoon part, like I get it, like like I get Joanna here because it's like at some point you gotta ask me something else. Why? What's keeping me here to want to interact with you?
Because when I'm cooking you the dish, I'm gonna add more garlic because that's what the dish actually requires.
Get away from me. But it's just like, I mean, no sense of wanting to further conversation at all. Just segueing into something else that had nothing to do with what I just said. I'm like, you're not even a little curious about what she just said, like at all. Like no sense of, and this like the depth of a kiddie pool essentially. Like half a foot or a foot of, those blue kiddie pools we have in the U.S. that are blue and that you put in the backyard. Basically, that just like just the depth of a kiddie pool, that nature. I'm like, and then
he gives
this
me
is
that he
why I
gets
was
Botox shots. I'm sorry.
okay, but this is why I think that he's just here for a plug and play, because it's like, what why are you here other than to get a wife? Other than to get a wife and to make you look better.
Welcome
Because
in a smooth. Love it. Yes.
So I'm like, and then I felt so bad for her too at the end, like at the end of episode 4, because she told the producer when he got up and went to the bathroom, like, he told me right before you guys came to come get us that he said that he didn't know if he wanted to continue with this, or he was for sure like, I don't want to continue with this, or like something like that. I was like, anyways, I mean, I know, like I said at the top of my whole speech here, he's an obvious issue.
He's the villain.
And
he's the villain that they're serving us.
Yeah. And so honestly, I mean, and she chose him at the end of the day to say yes to him. So that said something about her.
Did she really want him, or did she want her birthday in Greece? That's what I'm wrestling with.
But I mean, I don't know, because I mean, at the end of the day, she's I think, what did she say about the dating pool in Australia, that it's basically trash too, or something?
Right. It's even worse. She's dating in Australia, and she's ready to come back home. And you know what? Here's where I know Ibrahim is real shady, because she was dating Ibrahim, and that's what she told him. I'm not sure that I made it clear to the men that I am coming back to Sweden and I'm ready to move back.
Well, that's the first time we heard of it.
It was clear. You said it very clearly to me. He knew the men were in the lounge. Was it Ibrahim or was it Daniel? He knew the men were in the lounge saying, I don't know about her. She living in Australia. I don't know about her. And doesn't clear it up for anyone.
Yeah, like that's the first time we ever heard her say something about that. So I'm like, I mean, why don't you just go on maps? You at Australia, because you right there. Like, if you really want the husband too, like, go right there and get on the show. Like, that's a guaranteed way to get a husband. If that's what I was saying with Daniel. Like if you really done with a dating scene, go on there or something. I mean, maps is just as desperation as anything else dating show wise. So I mean,
but at least it's entertaining.
Being willing to move back is different from I'm moving back. Those are exact words. I'm willing to. So that gives a air of uncertainty when I hear that.
And then the connection with Ellen, like, just to kind of get on her for a second, because Fabian and all that, girl, you did him so dirty.
We're getting there.
So bad.
We're getting there.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're getting there.
Anyways.
That's the last part. They may not have made it to Greece, but they certainly made it to get an overlay. We're gonna get to Ellen. We're gonna roast Ellen, and Fabian after this. Trey, what you got to say about this trio?
Starting from left to right, we got the clock ticker with the mentally challenged dummy and the time waster. I don't like this dude. I don't like this dude. Okay. He's crass. He's rude. He's aggressive. What I mean by aggressive, he aggressively speaks to you aggressively. Talks at people, not to people. No. He talks like he's elitist. He talks like he's an elitist person with the mental capacity of a gnat. So, and the only reason why I say this, I do think his family probably comes from money, this, that, and third. And because of that, he probably didn't have to do much in life. He didn't have to do much in life. And because of that, he didn't have to do much in life. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. He have to question how far in his education did he actually go? And since we're going down this path, that would explain to you why, as I already said, his emotional depth is the size of a kid. Because he was never put in a situation where he would actually have to grow. He is stunted mentally and emotionally.
Could it be he never had to pursue a woman or win her
Stunted.
affection?
Okay.
Not at all. And that brings me to a thought that I had while I was watching. The reason why he could sell anything is because he's charismatic. And he doesn't have to do too much.
He's not charismatic. He's just loud. He's not charismatic. A charismatic person usually, you know what? No, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna put it back. I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna pull it back because one thing did happen that I'm not gonna lie, because I'm fair. I'm fair. I give equal smoke to everybody. I ain't one-sided. He had one slight point. There was one slight point. Okay. In his conversation with Ellen, when he blew up at her, Ellen was challenging him, hey, I would like to go deeper with you. Now, this should have been the first flag for Ellen. He had nothing to go deep about. He actually didn't even understand the question of even going deep. Because he blew up at her and went on a whole soliloquy about, his key words, I don't have all of these traumas like everybody else does. I've had an easy life. Had an easy life. So, I can't bond with you on these traumas like some other people can in these pods, this, that, third. Now, that sounds crazy when he said it. But I paused myself and I took a step back. I said, ooh, he kind of got a point. Because everybody was trauma bonded with their trauma stories. If you look at it, because the producers purposely started going to each and every couple, and what they was bonding over was on some type of trauma. And we have said on here many times with somebody, and not actually building a real connection. Okay. So on that little tidbit, I had to take a step back and be like, I see his point, but he's wilding. Because that's not what she actually did. She's like, you don't have to actually bond over traumas with her. What I mean by going deep, what are your stances on certain things? What do you feel about this and that third? Go deeper on that. And he kind of relented and halfway apologized to her for blowing up at her. This and that third. But already he's showing what his emotional bandwidth is. And it's not that much. Okay? It's not that much at all. Okay?
He does.
Now,
Go ahead. I thought you were pausing. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a quick pause because I have to add in the other two here. This is a terrible melting pot. Because there's a few things going on at the same time. Now, I have to preface this next statement. I actually like Joanna the most out of the women in this cast. But I have a problem with her too. And it's causing me to pull back from her. Okay? Because let's just keep it all the way real. Her first choice in her mind was Ibraham. That's who she was dating. Vaz. That was her first choice. The moment Ibrahim made his choice to go with City Girl Anna, that left Joanna in a pickle because, to her own words, no other man was feeling her like that. Probably because of her age and what she was living. And this that third, Keep it real. When she came back to those pods, she said herself, I might as well leave. I probably should go because it's over for me. It's done. The girl stopped her and convinced her, oh, no. Try out something else. You might have a chance with Daniel. They brought it up. You might have a chance with somebody else, Daniel. And this is where she attached herself. Mind you, she attached herself today. She never took the time to actually try to get to know him like that. Whatever. She was doing, that's why I call this season the desperate and the restless. She took upon herself because of her circumstances. No, I gotta win. I gotta find somebody to get attached to. And she attached herself to a man that if she would have took 5 minutes just to actually talk to, she would have known to been deuces on him real quick. Immediately deuces. Because even when they were talking, he wasn't talking about anything at all. The only great moment, and I have to give him props for this, the only great moment that he had was when Joanna finally opened up about something. Because think about it, we didn't know much about her either. We finally opened up about something, about her difficulties of getting pregnant. She has
endometriosis.
Endometriosis. I had the first part right. She had endometriosis, right? Okay. And first off, I could tell off rip, David didn't even know what that was. Like, into who? Demetrius? What are you talking about? That's how his face looked. That guy's face looked. And she had to explain to him exactly what it was. Okay. Makes sense. Cool. Now, this is where he had the best moment. Because his response was, I think, very good. It was. He said to her, hey, I'm actually here to find someone I can spend the rest of my life with. And if we decide that we want to have children, we're going to have children, regardless of how that may look. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and that reassured her.
But Trey, he said it'll be up, be God's will, but he's not religious.
That should have been the flash she should have called. But she never actually got into religion with him. That was with Ellen, he had those talks.
But he questioned. No, they both said they weren't religious, but he wanted a church wedding.
Oh yes, they did say that. Yep. There was just flags being thrown all over for both of them, and yeah, nobody was picking it up.
And he's such a salesman. He wanted to blend their names because remember, his name translates to mountain, and she's Storm, Mountain Storm, Mountain Storm. That's how we go together.
Whatever. Now, here's the funny thing. I don't think Daniel was all the way in on Joanna until Ellen made her decision.
Exactly. Well, I think he was kind of on the fence when she blew up at him, and that's why he backed up. I think that's where it started. I think it's when she finally said no, but
Ellen was on the fence, not Daniel, because he was the one that blew up. So he was the one that had to apologize and had to kind of fix that situation. But Ellen was always his kind of first choice, but he knew Fabian was on the other side there. That's the main reason why he blew up, because he felt like he was trauma bonding over, something. And he's asking him to go deep. He's like, this man knows himself. Let me get close to the camera. He knows he's not that damn deep. He knows he is not that deep, really. He has experiences, and he can't even explain those experiences in normal conversation, right? It comes up at the wrong time.
He can't get deep either, because wasn't he the one who was told, Munira and I talking about it, that his mama said don't go because his accent is a contraceptive?
His mama was right about him. It ain't just his accent. He's a contraceptive himself. Why the hell would you talk to this man? You know what? This is probably a situation. If we ever get to meet his brother, you're going to see why his brother probably pulled all the women, and he's just the hanger on that comes to it.
He's a showman. And not
Yeah.
everybody wants to buy a ticket for the show.
Right.
Yes, especially his
And
personal show.
and this is something I just thought about because I think something Trey said just now just reminded me of it. But he seems very petty.
He is.
He
Of
he
course.
seems he's very petty because when Ellen dumped him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out either." It's like, no,
I
she's
was
been your
about to get
number
to that.
one,
I was
and
about to get to that. I was just about to get to that.
because like he's been saying this entire time she's been his number one since day one, and now all of a sudden because she dumped you, she's it's not gonna work out. You a
Yeah,
whole lie, a
he
whole
was trying to
lie.
save face. He was just trying to
Exactly.
save face for the moment because he got dumped. When Ellen dumped him, and let's be honest, at the time, it was the correct choice. Fabian was the correct choice. Period.
Hmm.
Okay, I didn't. We'll get to Ellen because I got. My rage might come out. Fabian was the correct choice. Off rip. Actually, Fabian, for the most part, was probably the nicest dude in the cast. I was like,
He was.
you ain't gonna get to me. Fabian was top choice out here. Like, yo, Fabian, I like Fabian. A little emotional, but I like Fabian. I was a Fabian fan from day one. I was like, I like Fabian. Little emotional, but then again, he's from Argentina. Hey,
It might be different
we
over
watch
there,
Love is
so
Blind Brazil. We know, hey, the men is just, hey, you got to understand, okay? So when I understood it, I was like, this is who Fabian is. I'm Team
yeah,
Fabian.
right.
Okay?
Hmm.
Team Fabian all the way. I
Yeah,
understand him. I get it. I understand
right.
that culture. I get it. Okay? So when she dumped him, he get all salty, like, you know what, yeah. Excuse me. Now, I pause for a second. Okay, hold on. I I wasn't sure whether or not I was disliking Daniel as much as I was, because I was like, wait a minute, is this the voice actor? Because I'm listening to the English version. Is this the voice actor or is this this person? So I switched back to the
No,
um
it was.
I switched over to hear him and his voice, and nah, it's just him. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
no, that's
it's
exactly why
just
I
him.
had such an issue with him. This is why he was getting on my nerves
Yeah.
because, like, I was listening to him speaking, and I was like, I
This
was trying.
dude, this dude. Oh yeah, you know what? It wasn't gonna work between us anyway. Yeah, it's just no. I've made another choice. What, bro? Stop it, Ellen. To her credit, she saw she was like, oh, okay, all right, and kept it moving. And oh, this guy, yeah, he has no depth,
and
But
and it's a
and
he's the
fact.
instigator too. He asked
Yeah,
Fabian, "Are you in love?"
and,
of
and
course he
that's
is.
what that's what I think he was even more petty because he went back into the men's
Yes,
lounge
he's
and
mad.
he went beelined into Fabian. I was like, you
And,
mf'er. I was like,
and
I know
Fabian
you're
looking like,
lying,
bro, I don't know, I don't understand why you telling me this, but okay.
right? I
I don't understand why
was
you telling me this, but okay.
like
Fabian's the only one trying to keep his business. He's the
exactly.
only one. Like, hey, I ain't trying to tell people who I'm talking to. I'm trying to keep it around. I don't understand why everybody come to me anyway. I don't get this, but
Yeah,
whatever.
and
But
the only
but
thing I
Fabian
fault
don't
Fabian
know
for, the only thing I fault Fabian about is him telling Ludwig about his connection with Ellen, and and therefore Ludwig went to
because
Daniel. That's the only thing I fault Fabian for.
because
Otherwise, he's very
because
decent.
I'll tell you why Fabian fell for Ludwig's ADHD childlike manner.
Mhm.
He fell for it. He's an innocent.
You try to
He's
talk
a
to this little
young
boy.
man.
Talk to
So
this young boy.
again, but here's where Daniel, coming back to him, was diabolical in the same thing where he asked Fabian, "Are you in love?" And Fabian's like, "Well, I have strong feelings. I gave flowers. She's happy." Daniel said, "You have no idea. You have no clue at all." I said, "Diabolical."
It
Mm-hmm.
just
Daniel's like, "You
I
don't
was like,
even
oof.
know I'm the man coming after that woman, and I'm gonna win her over you. You ain't no
I was
competition.
like,
You ain't
oof.
even in the same league or sport as I am." That's the
Mm-hmm.
condescending Munira I'm
Mm.
talking about. Yeah, disrespectful. You have no idea.
I don't like him.
And
I don't like him.
That's exactly why I was saying, like, even although he's a obvious problem, that's why he was getting on my damn nerves the entire 4 episodes, because I was listening to his voice and the way, because I'm big on how people say things, and
Right.
that's why it was getting me upset because of that.
But
But
this is
why are
That's
also
the
these
only
ladies?
reason.
Why are these ladies fighting over him?
But this is well, honestly, if you look at it, nobody was fighting over him but Joanna because she had no choice.
Exactly.
She
Okay,
had a choice to go home, but she had no choice if she
yeah,
wanted to spend her birthday in Greece.
no. She wanted. I like Joanna. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna preface this again. I like her the most, but her clock is ticking, and you can hear it in the background, and
Uh-huh.
she is moving like it too. That's how she's acting, and it's blinding her. She's blinding herself to simple truths. She is smart enough to recognize. It's just sad that she's recognizing it. She's like, oh my God, what have I? She's literally sitting there like, what have I got myself into with this man?
Yeah,
Oh
she's
my God.
regretting it.
Can't even
Regretting
have
it
a
to the max.
conversation with him.
Mm-hmm.
He does a few nice things here and there. He says some things that's nice. It's cool. And it gets her. But when you try to sit down and have a conversation with him, it's he has no
Nothing.
bandwidth.
Nothing to give at all. Nothing.
He has no bandwidth. Okay? He can't even listen effectively to her. Like she's trying to give you the conversation open to the door. Hey, this way we probably need to go. Let's talk about it. No, he just he acts like he has more ADHD than Ludwig.
Like, you
Well,
would think he's the one who has ADHD, not. I mean, I kind of clocked it with
Can't
Ludwig,
focus.
but
Can't
yeah, kind of,
focus.
yeah, I clocked it with Ludwig, but until he said it, I wasn't gonna say it out loud. But like, yeah, like Daniel seems like he has ADHD more than Ludwig, and he's the one who actually said he has it. So I'm
I
like,
just think
damn,
he's dismissive. He's very dismissive. And it may come
yeah, no,
across
definitely.
like exactly how y'all are saying,
He has
but
a
he's very
superiority
dismissive.
complex.
Right, the superiority complex. Also, when she said, I love sunflowers, it meant a lot to me and my dad. He's like, well, there's sunflowers where I play golf. I said, are you okay?
Yeah,
How
he
long it
said
lasts
don't.
when you cut them?
He
How long it
said
lasts?
don't.
You know what? The sad part is, you know what the sad part about this is? He's the type of person, like, it didn't, what I mean by he doesn't have the bandwidth, he's hearing certain things, but I don't think it's registering properly for certain conversations. What's
Right.
probably going to happen, I wouldn't be surprised if he brings her a bouquet of sunflowers to show that he was listening. Because that's the only thing he heard. He knows
Right.
that sunflowers is significant for her in some way, shape, or form. He heard that part.
He's
So
basically listening for keywords and not the
now I
entire
bring you
conversation.
sunflowers. Now I bring you sunflowers. That's just what it is. And it's gonna be enough for her to at least go, oh, but he's okay, this is so kind of him.
He's
Like even remembering her
trying.
birthday.
He's
Yeah, he's trying.
trying.
He remembered her birthday. Oh my goodness. She made a big production out of it, which I understand, but still. Like, come on, man.
She gonna fall for it. She gonna fall for
This,
it.
this is
But
why I have an issue with Joanna. Because of that. This is a very smart, intelligent woman, but because her clock is ticking, she has blinded herself to certain things.
my issue on the flip side with Ellen was like,
Uh,
hey, I feel misunderstood. That's what you took away from that conversation? That you were misunderstood? Were you not understanding the leaps and bounds that Daniel was making in that conversation?
yeah,
I was like, girl, you are misunderstood. He does not understand. He's not processing it. But again, we do have smoke for Ellen. Is there anything else for this triumphant, trio?
yeah. Let's get to the fire.
He's like, we're done with this. Let's moving forward. Moving forward.
The fire that has inspired a new video coming this week, y'all. The how can I say it? The most heartbreaking breakups in Love is Blind history. There's a top 10 list coming, okay? Because this right here Y'all know the cold-hearted, slayer that I am. I felt this breakup.
Oh,
I felt this build up. Now, Fabian, I know you like to take your shoes off and walk with your socks and stuff. I figured you were more like a man that likes to be grounded. You like to sit on the ground there in the lounge. But, I need you to put your shoes back on when you get into the men's lounge because they keeping their shoes on. Okay. But anyway, he's a very grounded man. He has taken tragedy and turned it into purpose. But there is a Delulu level with Fabian, and I need y'all to clock it that he was not checking what Ellen was actually telling him. She was telling him she wasn't feeling him. She was telling him he was second choice. And when he said, this is where I had it for Fabian. And Fabian, I got, he was very emotionally juvenile. Okay. I'm not saying he's a child. He's emotionally juvenile. It could be because he lost his parents at a particular age. Y'all, he said 18. It was tragic. When he said, I just want to go in there and just sit and just bask in the dream of she chooses me, she picks me. And I was like, oh, Fabian. Oh, Fabian. If she don't pick you up, you gonna fall. And sure enough, I have to say, it was the most heartbreaking breakup for me. Here's the thing. Trey and I, y'all know, go back and forth about people on the reveal. Do you break up now? Do you break up later? It's best to tell people. But this woman, here's what I didn't like. Ellen left Fabian on his knees for a long time before just telling him, get up. I really can't do this. She had this man kneeling. He basically had to touch her to say, hey, are you going to answer me? What's going on? He kept his emotions inside to be strong for her, and he stands there watching her walk away. And then he goes in the back and he's holding his heart and crying. And at a certain point, I said, Netflix, I think it's okay to show this man is crying, but at a certain point, it was intrusive. I wish he had a private moment. Like we got his crying. I think they stayed too long on him, weeping,
oof.
holding his chest. I was like, medic, is there a medic? Because the nurse needs a medic. But this one, I'm going to let y'all give the heat and I'm going to give the heat later. But Fabian was a little Delulu too. He was a little Delulu. So while we are throwing up our flags for Fabian, he wasn't paying attention. Are you going to jump? I'm gonna let Trey close it out.
What's funny is right before this scene, I was thinking the last time I remember a couple that got engaged in the pods and then ended up calling it quits once the reveal happened was what, like season 2 or 3 of Brazil for Love Is Blind.
Season. Not last
And
season. Old
no,
couples.
I was talking about the plus size woman and the guy. That was like season 2 or 3 of Brazil for Love Is Blind, and they saw each other, went back behind the doors, and then he called it quits. It's like that was the last. I don't know if that happened in like Germany or Argentina or anything because I didn't necessarily watch
That happened in
those. So I can't.
Mexico.
In Mexico, okay, I didn't remember.
It
That's
happened in
right. It did.
Argentina too. Remember the woman with the 2 kids and the guy, and say, I
Okay,
don't think this is going to work out. But he said, let's try this away from this experiment.
okay, but yeah, that was the last time I vividly remember was in Brazil, and I was like, and then next thing you know, it happened right here. I was like, damn. I was like, this boy is about to have a heart attack. Like so, like Elsa said, like someone get him a medic. I was like, he was clutching his chest. I was like, gah. like, please, someone help him or something, because I'm like, I don't want him like. And then what broke my heart a little bit was that he said, I don't think love is meant for me. I was like, oh, please don't say that. Please don't say that. So I was like,
But
Helen,
remember, he's the only man that was giving gifts consistently to his lady, the long stem roses. I
and I
forgot
was
the
just
other
like,
gift he gave her, but he kept on giving her
it was
gifts.
I think it was a picture of the wall or something. I think.
Oh yes, he drew a portrait. He drew a
Um,
portrait of him giving her the flowers through the wall. He
and
kept
so,
giving of himself.
and then I was like, girl, like, let me refresh on what I wrote down for Ellen. 'Cause I think I wrote something down about Ellen, and I should have clocked it that she was an issue. She said something along the lines of she doesn't trust her gut feeling, so she glosses over red flags. She's like colorblind. I'm like, is this one of those instances where you're colorblind, where you see a green flag and it's black or white or whatever, and like? I wanted to talk to her behind the local Walmart and be like, just talk. Just talk, I promise. I just wanted to talk. Because I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? About to maybe I wanted to cuss her out so badly. I was like, girl. I mean, at least he dodged the bullet though, cause she's a whole problem, clearly. Like she almost fell for Daniel's okey doke.
Hey, we
That
have
was where the
to
colorblindness come in at.
right.
That's why she said the statement. That's what the colorblindness in. Because Daniel was
Exactly.
an obvious red flag, and she refused to see it, just like Joanna. But
so yeah,
But we always mention the other side to it, so we have to say Fabian was negligent in this regard too. This woman was not feeding back into him.
Yeah, so I was just like, girl. Anyway, like I said, I just want to talk to her and just talk. I promise. But anyway, I'm done. So Trey, you can go ahead.
Get him, Trey.
so we have the time waster with the permanent wall slider. Now, like I said before, Fabian was my favorite guy. I think I was like, yo, he's still my favorite guy. But as Elsa was pointing out earlier, I was going to say this, but as Elsa pointed out earlier, there was some issues, and I saw them myself. I was like, Fabian, I can see he went through some traumatic things in his life. I think it was Maria, even said this in chat earlier. He also has a job that he's around a whole bunch of trauma still. And because of those things, I can see him being a person who is so emotionally available that it continues to get taken advantage of. This is why I call him a permanent wall slider. I guarantee you he's been in so many bad relationships that he's been taken advantage of, and he's been sliding down walls since he was probably 18. Okay. God, I think he's a good man, but that's where his backbone is. He doesn't know how to. I hate to say this. He doesn't know how to wall off his emotions when he needs to and think about things logically. And he could have saw what I saw immediately when it came to Ellen. I'm gonna call it out right here now. Something was bothering me about this woman since episode 1, and it was something that she kept saying. Sit up a little bit. She kept saying this, and I didn't understand why it was bothering me so. until we saw what happened at that reveal. Then I realized, wow, every time we saw Ellen, either in her confessionals, when she was in the lounge with the ladies, even when she was in the pod with both Daniel and Fabian, she said one continuous phrase here and there. I'm here for myself. I'm here for myself. What do you mean by that? That every time she said that, as my first thought, like, what does that mean? Wait, why are you here? You're supposed to be here to potentially find a mate. This is not a place you come try to find yourself at. What do you mean by this? What is? I was confused. I was genuinely confused every time she would say it. I'm here to find myself. Well, she was fine. She said, "I'm here for myself." What? What does that mean? I was so confused every time. This is my face. Why did she keep saying this? And she kept saying it in multiple settings, with both men and with the women, and with her confessional talking about herself. I was like, okay, what's going on here? Something's off with this chick. Something's off with this woman. Something, I don't know what it is. And then it popped in my head before, she decided to go with Fabian. That's what threw me off. I went, she made the correct choice. I went, okay. Well, at least she is actually, because you're right, Ari. She did bring up the fact that she's colorblind to red flags, this, that, third. But she said that with Daniel. And I was like, are you telling on yourself? Like, this is why Daniel's still here? Because he should be gone. This makes no sense. This man is rude, cruel, talking to you crazy. No, get away. But then she chose Fabian. I went, okay. At least she made the correct choice. Okay. Because we need a win couple. It felt like a win couple. I was like, we need a win here. We need a win here. But in the back of my mind, it kept bothering me. Because even before the reveal, they went to a confessional. Yeah, I chose Fabian. It's the right choice for me. He's emotionally there for me. And, and I also got to remember that I'm here for myself. Why do you keep saying that? What's going on? This is bothering me. We get to this reveal. Man, the back of my head, it's crazy. You get to this reveal. They come out. Now, mind you, he sees her. He likes what he sees. He's happy. She sees him. She likes what she sees. Fabian's a good-looking guy. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. I'm going to tell you where the turn happens. She does like what she sees. She's like, oh, okay, yeah. They come up to meet the kids. Everything's doing good. Okay, cool. The moment Fabian started professing his love for her, how he was going to treat her and be there for her, he's professing. Honestly, I'm thinking as he should. Down on one knee to both knees. I'm like, oh, okay. Bit much, but okay. He's making a show of it. He's an Argentinian man. They hot blooded down there. This is what they do. I was expecting it. I was like, okay. When he started doing that, that's when you notice her face changes slightly. She went, oh, okay, ooh, no, I can't do this. And what was her reasoning? This was her reasoning. She says,
none.
No. She gave a reason. This one sent me off. She gave a reason to Elsa. This one sent me off. She said, and I quote, I didn't know you were that serious about this. I can't do this if you're that serious about this. Wait, what? What do you mean you didn't know he was this serious? You're on a show to find out if you're going to be a match with somebody and hopefully get married. I mean, we always talk about how crazy that is, number one. But hey, you signed up for this show. You decided to come on here and be a part of this process. But now you get cold feet because you realize he was serious about this? Well, that makes me question, well, why are you here? Why are you here? What was the real reason for you coming here?
You say you're in love, but I can't say the same.
Then why did you accept the proposal? Because he told you he loved you in odds.
I wish I could feel different. This has been amazing. You're the best. I'm just not ready. I thought I was.
I didn't know you were that serious. What?
It's too fast
Ooh.
for me.
She might be the biggest villain over Daniel, to be quite honest. The biggest villain.
In
The
what
biggest
world does what? Now, Grant, like I said, listen, at the end
Can
of
I
the day,
have a hug?
And that
I ain't
that
gonna
would
lie.
kill me.
That sent me. I
That
was like,
that would
dang.
kill me
I was like,
too.
Fabian, say no. Say no. Say, get out my face. Get out my face. Say no. And he was like, but I knew it. I knew it. He's a wall slider.
Lawn chair.
He's a wall slider.
If I said no, if I was up there, I said no, and the guy was with or standing there with was like, I'm gonna try to hug me, and I was like, no, straight to the forehead, like no. You know, no, don't touch me. I don't want to touch you now.
See,
like I don't know.
us guys, us guys, okay. First of all, I can't be admitting to this. In most cases, we try not to have a wall slider in our crew, okay? Because the ish like this, okay. Number one. If we do have a wall slider in our crew, he's probably a Fabian, because let's keep it real. Fabian's a good-looking guy. He's a solid dude. So in either way, you want to hang with him because he's a good person, and it's good to have good people in your life. And also, he's a good-looking guy, so women are going to come look at the crew. He brings up the crew. The problem is we have to protect our wall sliders. And Fabian had no protection.
Trey, you remember Love is Blind Mexico, season 1?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Rene is very handsome man. And a doctor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Iris didn't like how he looked. And he's a very handsome man. But he did not fit the aesthetic.
But we all agreed Iris was a little crazy.
Yes, she was touched.
we all agreed Iris was a little crazy because she was acting cray with everyone, even the women at times.
Yes, she was. Lash out. She wasn't trash out, y'all. She was lash out.
She was lash out. So she's a terrible example for this.
But what I'm saying, and Rene too was a terrible example because he was a man who, even though he had all that money from being a doctor, he wasn't managing it well. But the thing is, yes, we're saying all these things, but I still think it still holds true. I think that Ellen doesn't like Fabian's look. She is in fashion. She apparently, somebody told me she's supposed to be a celebrity stylist. Again, he's not the aesthetic. He would. That's what we're seeing, but she don't see that. She probably is one of them wanting a Thor too.
Yeah, exactly. Like she wants someone who looks like they'll toss her around in the bedroom or something.
Right. You know what?
She's looking for Fabio.
Here's the problem that we're not really speaking into as well. That I noticed it, but I don't like talking. Let's keep it real. The girls in the comments get a little testy with me when we go here, but let's keep it real, okay? As far as looks concerned, she ain't all that. She's cute.
I'm just saying they look good together. Okay.
She's cute, but Fabian would be the draw of that relationship, number one. Okay,
yes.
Let's keep it real. Yes, he will. He will be the draw of that relationship.
As a woman, I agree, Trey.
So that could be the hang up for her. Like, whoa, he looked too
pretty. He can't be more handsome than I'm beautiful.
And it happens. It happens sometimes. On top of that, I still, it's just a little weird to me that she started with the statement when he came up to her, she kissed him, everything was seemed fine. It wasn't until he started professing himself. When he started professing himself, that's when the turn happens. And the first thing she says was, "Oh, I didn't know you were that serious about this." That's the part that's weird to me. Why would you say that? That's weird. That's a weird thing to say. That's a very strange thing to say. Because it makes me step back and like, okay, wait a minute. Then why were it sounds like you were an unserious person, number one. And if you are an unserious person, why are you really here? Why did you come here? What did you come here for?
This is too
Now,
fast.
now, uh, granted, this is the only little bit of bail I'm gonna give her. If she is an unserious person, you didn't come in here for for the realness of it, and you came across this man that, oh God, he actually is serious about this. He's serious about me. He's serious about this process. I can't take this man through a situation that I know I'm not feeling the same as him. I got to end this. Then I would show respect for that and be cool. But say that. Don't give us this bull crap you just gave us here and allow this man to look like a puddle on the ground. It should have been an R&B video with Jodeci playing in the background and rain coming down.
But he said, "Thank you for being honest. It was beautiful. Goodbye."
Mm.
Honest
And then
about what?
he slid down the wall metaphorically and grabbed his chest.
He felt that. That was real.
How
That
was she honest? I need Fabian to answer that. How was she honest
But
with
that
him?
goes to his psychosis. He
Oh, not
couldn't
psychosis.
see. He blinded himself with what he thought he was getting with her, because they were connecting on certain things, connecting on traumas, feeling this and that third. He think about it. He was open. And this happens with most men. You always hear this thing. Most men are afraid to be open with most women because most women can't handle that. It either gets used against us, and it's like, then why even do it? If you notice, he was very hesitant with even getting close to her and opening, saying things to her until she falsely, we got to say it now, she falsely made it a place. Say, hey, you can be open with me. I can accept that. I can handle that. This and that third. Then he started opening up. And when he started opening up and he found that she accepted it and said very nice things to him, he just like, his reaction in the pause. Oh my God, yes. Oh God, I can be open with this woman.
Right.
So he blinded himself to a good number of things. Absolutely blinded himself. He thought this woman could handle his emotions and feelings, and wasn't hearing the context clues that I was clearly seeing. Why every time you're in a conversation with this woman, especially when she started talking about herself and when she talk about some of her viewpoints and what she stands for, she always starts with, I'm here for myself. I'm here for me. What? Why are you saying that? This is not a place for you to be here for you for.
And why is he telling her she don't have to say she's sorry? No, let her, Fabian. Let her apologize.
No.
She's a wall slider. Okay, you know what it is? We've all seen Hitch. You remember Hitch? When he explained how he used to be back in the day? That's Fabian. That's Fabian. In the rain, knocking on the window. What happened? I thought and the guy had to explain to him, bro, you're doing it now. You look pathetic. And that has been Fabian. I could tell that's been Fabian through most of his adult life when it came to dating, because he's so emotionally open. And he kept getting stomped on, so he started to get a little closed off. Now he come into this process, and he's like, okay, he thought he came across a woman that he could be open with again. And he opened himself up fully.
But he allowed her the process. He allowed her the process. Here's the thing. I think you're right. He did allow her. But then when she accepted his proposal, I think he felt like she accepted all of him, not realizing she still don't know all of him, because she was squealing, but she didn't call him handsome. Okay. She's like, here we are. Here we are. Nothing about how he looks. It's good to see you. You're the voice behind the wall.
Like I said, a lot of this have to do with, we have to ask her the serious question. Well, why did you first sign up for the show? Because I don't think it was coming to find somebody.
Right.
That was
And
never your agenda.
Right.
and maybe she's more like Daniel, how I described Daniel than I was thinking initially, where she is seeing, and I think this might apply to her more, where she's seeing her friends, family, and work circles all getting married, having the kids, all that stuff, like the 2.5 kids, the dog, all that stuff, and she's feeling left out. But the thing is, like the fact that she's colorblind is stopping her, and so she's like, she might want the plug and play husband, like I was thinking Daniel wants the plug and play wife. So maybe that's what's bringing her, because I don't know.
I didn't know you was this serious. Oh no. I
She
can't
wants
do this.
excitement. She wants fun. She wants a city guy so she could be a city gal.
Well, so you said she wanted Daniel?
Yeah,
Yes,
she wanted
she wanted
Daniel that has has more emotional depth than the kiddie pool.
Oof.
Mhm.
You ain't getting
She
that
wants
over there.
excitement. She wants excitement, and Fabian is, and this is the problem many ladies fall into. You want excitement, you want the rah 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 guy, but he's got no emotional depth, and he's talking condescending. Yet you get the sweet, sensitive, will do anything for you man. And the ladies told her Fabian would do anything for you, or whoever. They didn't say Fabian, but that man will do anything for you. And I think she got her head, swayed by the gifts, because Daniel ain't sent no gifts.
No.
Daniel been receiving gifts. He ain't sent no gifts. And it's like Fabian is professing, but she never stops him. We never hear her say, that's too much. That's too much.
But I love you. I love you. Hey, Hitch, I love you, but I love you.
Yeah,
I
that's the
love
voice for me.
But I love you. What did I do? But I love
Stop
you.
with the voice. Stop
They
it.
talk about RV living.
Oh, RV living. Ugh. Steve jobless to anybody. Sorry, I kind of had to. Sorry.
Hey, that's fine. But again, they talk about RV living, and
She
he
was
knew,
with
and
it.
he gave her the space, and that's also what he's thinking. I gave her the space, no pressure. Make the decision that's right for you. So when she makes a decision, I know I am who she truly wants. He believed it. He didn't
Bamboozle.
know or think it could be a lie at any time.
Bamboozle.
Yes, and it's sad because again, girl, what did you think? Why would a man put a ring on your finger and ask you to marry him if he didn't have deep feelings? What is wrong with these women in Sweden on this cast? How are
It
you?
ain't just Sweden. It's
How
all
are
over.
you? I know, but how are you pushing and rejecting the love that's being said? You better hope this man who put a ring on your finger has some kind of love for you. Or what are we doing
I
here?
don't know.
It felt like love bombing.
Just like that's the catchphrase. Like supposedly.
But
Love
when you don't,
bombing.
but when you don't get the love bombing, but that's the issue. Oh, he never said I love you to me. Oh my God, does he?
That's the other half of them. I haven't heard I love you. Have you ever been in love or have you loved? That's the other half of them.
Like,
I would love for you to touch me. I don't want to touch you. I mean, that's the other half. Love
listen,
is a problem. And
I
I think we understand love is a problem because remember our last season we had three successful couples, two were
yeah.
still married. It's the same thing we learned, remember, about Nicola and his wife.
Uh,
I believe it's Katerina.
Yeah.
No,
Katarina.
Karen.
no,
It's
no,
Yeah,
Karen. It was Karen.
Karen. We learn about them is that they live on the same block, go to the same grocery store, never met each other or saw each other. And then we learn from the Swedish people that even if they saw each other, they wouldn't interact because they don't run in the same circles. You don't just
Not at all.
meet and talk with someone in the street. So but we've been talking for 10 days in the pods. I've been receiving your gifts. What is going on? Ellen is confused. Ellen don't know what she wants. She don't know who she
Don't.
is. I would like to know the dating history of both of these because I'm wondering with Fabian if he just moves around too much or moved around. I'd like to know how long he's been in Sweden. Has he been successful in dating, or do women just think he's a little bit different or strange? And I say this with all respect, Fabian, but again, you're constantly taking off your shoes, sitting on the ground. It is more comfortable. It's actually better for you. I wonder if women just don't adjust well to Fabian's,
Mannerisms and
idiosyncrasies.
yeah, because I was noticing that too when I was like when he was doing all that stuff in the pods. I was like, and so I was like, I coming from like an American standpoint and how like we are expecting men to just be these very hyper masculine men. I was trying not to focus on that because I was like, I'm coming from that lens, and so I'm like, maybe that's it. Maybe you're right. Maybe they're focusing on that. So
And the hair.
Fabian, unfortunately, would never make it on Love Is Blind Brazil because he doesn't have enough more cheese.
that's what I was
Preach.
thinking
Okay.
too. Yeah.
He has
Preach.
somewhat of a chance here because they tend to be, you can tell within the pods, him being a little more emotionally available is a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah,
Whereas
and
he would have the same problem over here in America, but
right.
it would be harder to deal with because half of the women would be a Ellen and maybe draw to the emotional availability because
Mm-hmm.
they've been dealing with guys that hasn't been that, and then they get it. They're like, oh, you know what? Nah, that's too much for me.
It's
Or
too
you're
much
gonna
heavy
deal,
lifting emotionally, or it's
yeah,
boring.
or yes, or they're gonna deal with women who like, nah, as I already said, you don't have enough masculinity for me. Off rip.
Yeah, and just thinking about it now, he kind of reminds me of Oscar from one of the previous seasons,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
how his mannerisms. So
Yes. He's just calm. He's just calm, cool, and collected.
Yep.
And I'll give you all a tidbit where I could kind of understand Fabian. Mr. Elson is kind of like that. It's a little bit, you got some habits
He's
that
chill.
you would see that's different that in the dating world, and I just ignore it. And the
I might.
personality is just chill. And for me, the just chill felt like he didn't care, he wasn't involved, he wasn't
Yep.
whatever. But that's not it. But the
He's
Fabian is a little
quiet.
bit different, right?
He's
Fabian is chill,
observant. He's observant. He just
right?
sits there and watch and pay
But
attention.
Fabian, I think he he comes with a tsunami of emotions. What we saw, y'all, I always tell y'all this is an edited, produced show. He comes with a tsunami of emotions. And for some people, it's too much. But
They can't
personally,
swim.
I don't think he did anything wrong in his process that we saw.
hmm
He took his
He did.
time. He did not put pressure on her. He sent gifts. He was who he needed to be to present himself well to her. He was accepted. His proposal was accepted. So he went full steam ahead because this woman said she will be my wife. And he has romanticized this. He presented well to me from what we saw, but we don't know everything. Okay. The heartbreaking thing too is unfortunately his heartbreak is one of my most moving um you know clips on TikTok.
Sad.
Last night, the members who were with me last night, I told them, "Oh my god, the video got up to 10,000 views. Now it's up to 34,000 views."
Just
And
watch the
people
small
all
side.
over the world are commenting. I got to comment in Swedish, in German. Everybody's commenting and roasting Ellen. Ellen is a pariah right now on these internet streets.
I wonder what she's gonna say at the reunion,
I
or
wonder what.
possibly beforehand if she comes out
At the
beforehand.
Mensa.
But
They're gonna be at the Mensa.
oh, true,
Yeah,
that's
they
true.
will
I
be at the
forgot about
mixer.
that.
And my thing is, what was she thinking? What was her process? What was happening that she felt the need to, talk about, to not talk about much? Or is it that we didn't see? Munir is saying the girls who came this season were not serious to and can find people outside the show. I think the girls on the show came for publicity. It's showing.
Yep.
We
That's
got
what
City
it
Girls
seems like.
Unite.
That's what it seems like.
And this is where I loved Sweden in the past. People weren't here clout chasing, or at least obviously not clout chasing.
The only one who actually I kind of feel is here for something real is Joanna. The only problem is she put herself in a position where she was a little too desperate for it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I could give you that.
Damn. And
I
that's the
could
only
give you
reason
that.
why it made me pause on her because I was like, okay, your first match didn't work out. She's ready to bounce and get up out of here and just give up. Until the girl's like, oh no, but try with Daniel. And I was like, why? Why would you send her to Daniel of all people?
That's right. Like, ooh. I was like,
Yeah, it seemed like he was the only option left. By
I
that
mean,
time.
at that point, he was.
Because all of the rest of the guys was like, I don't care what you're right, Elsa. I don't think she was clear on her stances about coming back from Sydney. Because why is every guy saying, yeah, I don't know about that?
Right.
So there was something unclear. There was something unclear about that. Because every guy is saying, like, I don't know about her coming from Sydney. I don't know if she would have going to do that. Yeah. She was a little unclear about it.
Simplistic Grace said all of them after the first season here for publicity. They ain't here for no love. They're here for the love of the game, not the love
Facts.
of the heart.
I get it. Facts. You know, like I said, we keep saying that every season, I take these people with a grain of salt. You know, first of all, you signed up to be on a show. Okay.
But Sweden has
Decided to
always
be on the
been
show.
first and second
Looking for
season
love.
of Sweden have shown us lovely couples who've been in love having babies. Sweden has
You
always
know what?
been.
Somebody said it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They said they got bit by the bug. Somebody
Yeah.
said it earlier. Ooh, finally, there's some drama on Sweden. They
Yeah.
got bit by the bug.
Right. I'm like,
Now they got to generate. Now they feel like they have to generate drama. And look at the people who we got. Drama
Yeah.
people. Drama people that clearly has issues. Clearly has issues. You just hear them talk. I'm like, he's desperate. He's desperate. She's desperate. She's a city girl. She's a city girl. He's dumb. He's simpleton. What's going on here? What's happening? How did he get past the damn front door? How did
Production.
this happen? How did this happen? Oh, and then I was like, yeah, they did this on purpose.
Yeah, because they prepared us with Jakob and Carolina because we were like, how is he staying with her and she's being so mean to him? And then but they certainly built it well. We got the first genuine, the first season had drama outside of it too. Rasmus telling his wife, your dog can't behave because you don't behave. That is as much drama as I need.
And that was funny.
Well, you're forgetting that dude, the one from Spain.
Yes,
you had the
I know,
outside
with
baby,
the babies.
so
outside baby and inside babies.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he had no outside babies, the fact that I have to climb over your kitchen countertop to get to your bedroom is a problem.
Unfortunately, people, I heard this in the I heard this. It's funny. I heard this on it's a Marvel What If show. I think it was in the first season, and the character of Okoye says it was during the zombie episode. She says she made a comment. She said Peter Parker says, "What does everybody not watch scary movies?" And Okoye goes, "We don't." She said, "We don't need scary movies. We watch American reality television."
Oh, okay.
That's scary enough.
It's scary what's coming up next because we have 3 episodes. Y'all know they're going to leave this vacation. They're going to move in, and then we're going to have dress fittings and weddings the following week. I will be out of town the last week of March. So Please bear with me. You all know I like to wear my veil for my recap, so that may be the wedding episode. If I don't pack my veil, it may be a little bit tardy. Okay, okay. But Ari, you wanna what is your final thoughts about these first 4 episodes?
Um, Daniel about to piss me off even more. I can tell.
Sorry, I just read that comment. I went, what? You want what?
Grace, no, we don't want that around here. We don't want that around here.
Are we gonna rage out?
Exactly. I will go. I will pass.
That is no win-win situation.
I will end up taking a flight
and
going over to Sweden. No, I'm gonna take a flight and go over to Sweden and sit my good sis down and say, look, no, don't be taking him back now. As much as I was fawning over him in the Meet the Cast episode, he's a problem. He's a problem. So please don't go back to him. But yeah, no, yeah, Daniel was gonna piss me off even more. The only I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be any. Let me look at the couple list again, because I'm not seeing it with anybody really staying together, and that's a sad thing.
They don't have to. It could be a no wedding season like Denver.
Yeah,
it could be a no marriage season, but some people make it to the altar. We have some weddings, so we'll see. Maybe 3 out of 5.
Ibraham and Annie might be the only ones to say yes. If I'm gonna take a stab at it based off of what we saw in the first 4 episodes.
Not maybe. If you find out how popular she is in Stockholm.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I mean, but this is coming from my perspective. So I can't say for her 100%, but because I need to see what she thinks about the kids thing. But if she's not feeling the whole kids thing, like multiple kids thing that he clearly is trying to put off as a joke, that's not really a joke.
Okay.
Then she might call it quits if she and him say yes. But because clearly Daniel and Joanna are gonna call it quits.
Done.
Ludwig and Camila
done.
Definitely quits. Pretty sure Lars-Erik and Ronya are gonna call it quits too. Aaron and Angelica, I'm not sure. Kind of concerning that when he was chopping the vegetables, he dropped the knife, and I need to see that scene to see what give more context. I'm not sure about that.
Because Victor and Natalie were the boring couple last year, and look, they're still together, and they're about to have a kid, I think.
So, really? Okay. I didn't know. I don't follow them, so I might have to go follow them just to kind of get updates for them. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, the only one that I really think I might say yes is, like I said, is Ibraham and Annie, and that's really it. Okay. But yeah, that's all I got.
We'll get to that next week, right before the weddings. Trey, how would you sum up these 4?
Travesty. This travesties of episodes with traumatic travesty people. Ridiculous. Oh my God, Sweden, what's going on? You don't try to be America, okay? Don't be yourselves. Be yourselves, Sweden. Don't try to be us over here. It's a crapshoot over here. You don't want it, okay? It's horrible. But as far as predictions concerned, my early predictions, I ain't gonna lie, I don't got it for nobody. Okay, none of these should work at all. But if I'm gonna be more specific, the Desperate Doctor.
Ooh.
Yes, the Desperate Doctor and the Playgirl is going to make it to the altar for sure. They're going to make it there. It should be a no for both, but we'll see what happens. As we go along, I might revise this, but who I think is going to the altar, the desperate doctor and the playgirl. Aaron, Aaron and what was I didn't have a name for them two. Actually, I do have. I just didn't say it. You know, the, the, the unsecured, the unsecured, and the jealousy, and the jealous one. That's what we call it, the jealous one. The unsecured and the jealous one. They're going to make it to the altar. Don't know what they're going to say yet. And surprisingly, guess what? It's going to be Lars-Erik and what's name? Roger, whatever.
Rania.
I can see somehow they're going to be at the altar, and they should. They should.
And they could be, because the way he handled her with the whole, we could, I see you at your worst. That's okay, because we've been through the storm together. That told me. And she hugged him at the end. He handling her and she handling him. These 4 episodes, as you said, as you all said it, Sweden is turning their ship towards the Americas, and I hope they turn it back. I don't need to see this kind of drama. And as I said, I think it was a little bit long than I was comfortable with, seeing Fabian crying and holding his chest. It pulled your heartstrings. We could see his we could see him crying, and we could see the back of him, and you could leave the reveal door open and show us he's crying. I'd rather hear the sound than actually seeing him, because I think I felt I was intruding on a very heartbreaking private moment. But y'all have inspired me. As I said, top 10 worst breakups on Love is Blind history, according to me. I'll be coming with that video, so y'all would be able to feast on that. Okay. But it is a good start. Y'all actually showed us Fabian and Ellen, because do you know there's tons of other people that got engaged that we didn't even see their reveal. So I knew y'all were diabolical, because we didn't even have to see Fabian or Ellen, unless only Ellen as relates to Daniel. But y'all put it out there.
Say they got to show this.
For the drama. So again, Sweden, I need y'all to get back to who you are, because who you are is wonderful. You, Brazil, the other internationals, wonderful. But Sweden, y'all hold a special place, just like Habibi holds a special place for me. So again, Sweden, y'all doing the drama, y'all putting your toe in it, but don't go too far out to sea, because you're gonna lose what makes you so special and makes you awesome. But I don't know your numbers. Because guess what? Y'all didn't even give us an after the altar for season 2, and Jakob and Katarina are divorcing. Your first ever divorce in Sweden Love is Blind history, and you didn't give us an after the altar, which tells me your ratings weren't that good, and now you're trying to bring drama. But I thank you, Ari. I thank you, Trey. Y'all, we will be back next week. It will move to Sundays to give y'all time to watch the shows. I had to do it this way because Trey and I are doing Love is Blind Ohio, the reunion review tomorrow.
What are you doing, Trey? Stop it.
He playing.
Stop it.
Playing in our face.
I'm trying to have a color purple moment between us. You know what I'm saying? What? Come on now.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all see what I'm going to have to deal with off stage.
Hey, that's what I say about you. So I'm like.
But just to let y'all know, tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST, Married at First Sight Australia, JR and I are covering this week's episodes. And also tomorrow, Love is Blind Ohio, the reunion. We're going live and talking about it. And Monday is our Messy Member Monday. So thank you all so much for being here for 3+ hours. But you know what? I'll see you on the next one.